Hello, everybody. I'm hoping you can hear me. If you can hear me and the volume sounds good, please give me a thumbs up in the chat. If it's not going well, give me a thumbs down and let me know what the problem is, please. Okay, hold on. Let me see what I've got. Hello, Crazy Cat Lady. Hello, Churu Butter. Hello, Essence. Hey, Frosty, Leanie. Okay, you can hear me. You can hear me. Hey, Gina. Good to see you. All right, it sounds like we're doing okay. So everybody talk amongst yourself. I did not catch Chantal's the video she uploaded, and then apparently deleted, or actually she didn't delete it, she privated it. So I figured we can all watch it together. I know I just went live a couple days ago, so sorry for going live again. Hold on, everything's a mess here. So, okay. Hey Nirvana, good to see you. Thank you. Hey Pernilla. Starkram. Hey Edna, good to see you. Oh, hello, Linda. Let me make sure I've got it so I can see all my chat. Hey, Blue Eyes, good to see you. Princess Alyssa, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, I figured we could watch the video she deleted. Apparently the eating sounds were just over the top. And hey, Jocelyn's mom, good to see you. And maybe we could discuss why we think she might have deleted it. It looks like from the clothes she had on, it was filmed at the same time as her little drive about last night. She had that striped cotton dress she picked up in Thailand. So when I think the she posted that it was an older video. Well, 24 hours, it's like she's trying to make it sound like, it's 2 months old. No. Uh, let's see. Did I miss anybody? So yeah, everybody say hi to each other. Hey, Yarn, good to see you. Feeder content. Let's see, and persons got mad because they paid for her and she made it public. Yeah, it's like I haven't really watched it yet, so I'm just curious. Like, did she accidentally put the microphone in the wrong place, or did she make it for somebody and it was private? So we'll watch it. I need to find a copy of it somewhere. Hopefully, the farms archived it because if the farms didn't archive it, well, we don't have any way to watch it. So I said hi to Leanie. Okay, let me get my. Wait, why is. Hold on. My dress is soaking wet. Oh, I watered my plants in my dress. I'm sitting here like, why am I soaking wet? I just realized I was watering my plants and I had both the watering cans. And when I was watering the one, oh my God, I just dumped water all over myself. Hold on, I need to get something else on because I'm soaking wet. Hey Granny, good to see you. So, real quick, while Grebo is gonna go put a different skirt on, let me know in chat too if the video she privated, if hopefully the farms archived it, because if they didn't, well, that's not good. So hold on. I'll be able to talk to you too, because I've got my Bluetooth on. So yeah, my my skirt is soaking wet. Well, hopefully we can watch that though. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Well, I can, but okay, let me find something to put on. Uh, something easy to put. And everybody talk amongst themselves. If somebody new comes in, let them know. I'm not doing a foodie. I didn't just leave everybody in chat because I couldn't be bothered to take care of business. I just realized I dumped water all over myself. So I want one of my long skirts to wear. Very long skirt. That's no, that's blue. That's my good ones. I just want one of my long. Hold on. Where's my red skirt? I feel like wearing my red skirt. Uh, that's where's the red skirt? Ah, there it is. Okay. Uno momento. All right. Oh, should probably turn the light off. There's no point wasting electricity. All right. All right. I am back. Getting my skirt on. Sorry about that. All right. I dumped water all over myself while watering my plants. Didn't realize it till I sat down and felt the water soaking in. So let's see. Anybody else? Hey, nothing but trouble. Thanks for showing up. Hey, Marlena Dietrich. Good to see you. Stackish, hello. Okay, I'll let everybody kind of come rolling in here. I'm going to see if we can't find, hopefully we can find the, Just saying has it? Okay, good to know, Leanie. So I like to try to find like the entire video, and Just Saying's good for that. So let me see if I can find that. And if not, then we'll go to Just Saying because, uh, sometimes the farms slacks and they don't get it all loaded up. Let's see. Let's see. What she said is, I took my Taco Bell video down. I don't like these types of videos anymore. She made the video like what, 18 hours ago? This wasn't filmed today. No, it was filmed yesterday. I'm trying to not eat that crap anymore. I guess we'll see if this time sticks. Oh my God. She's just so predictable. All right, let me go to Just Saying and see if we can't get that. Uh, okay. Oops. So we'll go to this. Just Saying. Thank God for archive channels, especially Just Saying, Malarkey Meter, you know. Because sometimes it's cool to watch the pared down ones where they just have, but sometimes you need to watch it in its entirety. Farms only has a 2-minute cut of it. Yeah, I see that, Leanie. Thank you. Hey, Anola, good to see you. Here you are. Hello, hello, welcome. Well, it sounds like Just Saying has it, so if I gotta watch it, I figured everybody can watch it. So, and we don't have a ton of people here, so we'll watch it here together. But if everybody, when we're done, if nothing else, if you could go to Just Saying's channel and just push play on the video so she gets the view also. I mean, there's not a ton of us here, so it's not like I'm stealing a ton of views from her. But when we're done here, if you could please go. Yeah, Princess Alyssa just posted it. If when we're done here, if everybody, hey, Barry, if everybody could go there and just let it play so she gets the view also, because I don't like to take other people's views. So, okay. I don't think that, so I'll do it like we did last time. So, you can see it, so I can sew, we can see it, but it'll also be, because I think it's It's more what she says. It's not like we haven't seen her eat, you know, a ridiculous amount of food before. And as usual, hold on. Uh, I'm I am adjusting. So let me get, okay, hold on. I also have to get the speaker turned on, and I need to turn the light off here. Someday I'll have a setup that's not ghetto. Today is not that day. All right, yeah. I think I said hi to everybody. Hey, Lilies, Lens, good to see ya. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I've got that. I need to be able to see because I'm going to try to sew a little bit too. Uh, Mr. Grebo managed to rip the crotch out of yet another pair of pants. So, okay, let me put on a different video just so we can goof with the sound. And, okay. Put a 1 in the chat if it sounds good. Put a 2 in the chat. Hold on. So, yeah. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear this okay. Put a 2 in the chat if it's too quiet. Too low? Okay, 1 is good, 2 is too quiet. Oh, hold on. I know what the problem is. That have taken a potato bath. I didn't have these on last time. I was just talking to, that's what it is. Okay, let me try this. Try this. We have some Alaskan 1 if it sounds good, 2 if it's too quiet. A butter bath for for these bad boys. And I have some wakame salad, which is seaweed salad. All right. I don't use chopsticks very often, so I'm gonna. Okay, that sounds better. Yeah, I was like, why isn't it working? And then I realized, I didn't have my headphones on last time. I only, oops, hold on. Somebody was asking me how I got my scarf to stay up. I use these kind of clips, you know, like the clippy clips like this, and then a cotton headband, you know, that you use to hold your hair back, and then you can kind of clip it to that. So, yeah, this is a really cool, it's some textiles that were made, you know, I apparently Aleppo in Syria had quite the textile industry back in the day. It was pretty impressive, you know, 30, 40, 50 years ago. And so she got this, and it's just pretty. And I guess the artisans, you know, they just kind of, but, oops, let me see. Yeah, so she had picked this up because over there, you know, because they like the Coptic, like the original Christianity you find in Syria, but they have Islam there too, and she was in a place where they had Islam, so she needed a head covering and got this. So yeah, I know nobody cares, but here we are. Okay, yeah, okay, let's see if everybody okay, Slim Pickens, this is her. Bismillah, let's try these. Jalapeno cheddar bite. I got the cheesy beefy. Oh, thank you, Barry. Burrito. Thank you, guys. You can't categorize it into breakfast, lunch, or dinner. No, so I didn't make the fabric. It's from Aleppo in Syria. In the YouTube algorithm, all right, the people are represented by 3 separate yet equally important groups. Okay. The one that creates, 2 if there's the one that views, and let me know, and the one that just can't help but react. We're watching under Title 17. I am a member of an elite squad, copy, also known as the Special Viewers Unit. These are the archives. Watching it's not too important. Took my Taco Bell video down.
I don't like these types of videos anymore. That wasn't filmed today, and I'm trying not to eat that crap anymore. And I guess we will see if this time sticks.
Something I'll say is something I said this a couple days ago when we live streamed. YouTube used to, like when I was filming like this, they would flip the words and stuff so you could read them, but for whatever reason they've stopped doing that. So I don't know why. They used to mirror it like when you used your front facing camera, but for whatever reason they've stopped doing that. So if it's backwards here, it's backwards. You know, so I could theoretically flip the iPad around and, you know, and be looking at the normal camera, but the thing is if you can't see what's going on, I could very well bump it and, you know, get off center, or it could be out of focus, and I feel that would be bad. So, all right. It's too loud? Yeah, okay. Okay. Right, Edna?
Okay, so I got this combo. One sauce from Taco Bell, but it looks slim pickings.
Okay.
Nachos, cheese.
Good, nothing. So, one more time.
Yummy.
Hit a 1 if it sounds okay. Hit a 2 if it's too loud. Hit a 3 if it's too quiet. 1 is okay. 2 too loud. 3 too quiet.
Cheesy bites. Let me just fix this up here.
Okay. Hey, garden lady. I'm hearing ones.
Oh, and it comes with a drink too.
Essence is 1.
I have a bunch of Taco Bell sauce, but like,
okay.
I don't know if it's
3 says it's too quiet. Turn yours up.
Bismillah, let's try these.
Okay, I'll turn it up one more. There's not much noise right now. Hey, Andy Gardner.
What are you looking at, sweetie?
How's that sound? Yeah, that cat doesn't like her.
Whoa. I got the cheesy beefy burrito.
Is it sounding okay still? All she's doing is eating, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear the smacking, but.
So it's like, this is like my I was hungry meal. You can't categorize it into breakfast, lunch, or dinner, so I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, this was probably about 24 hours ago. She filmed this. Probably a little bit before her live last night. We can watch her live from last night after this, too. I haven't watched any of them.
And...
Oh, thanks. Okay, real quick. Put a 1 in the chat if you think a feeder paid for this and she thought she would be lazy and throw it up and get views on it. And put a 2 in the chat if you're like, no, there's some other reason. Because I don't see anything from what I've seen so far overly, like, she doesn't care about eating noises and stuff. So 1 if you think a feeder got pissed off, like, hey, I bought this for you and I paid for this. No. And put a 2 if you're like, no, she's turned over a new leaf. Okay, everybody's saying 1. 1 and 2.
Okay. And I'm having this.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, she doesn't wash her clothes very often.
They have jalapeno and cheese inside.
Hey, Blue Daisy, good to see you. We just started this. We were voting if a feeder bought this for her and got mad that she posted it. That was what the 1 meant. 2 meant, no, something else is going on. Everybody thinks a feeder paid for this, and that's why she had to take it down.
I hope you all had a wonderful day.
Yeah, licking the hands. And that right there, the hand she's licking, is her left hand once again.
Yeah, we went for brunch and then I did some reading.
I didn't watch the live last night either, so
The Holly book I'm reading, Stephen
next.
King. Really good.
And this is just SE7EN's copy because Chantal privated hers, and the Farms doesn't have it.
Okay, I'm gonna try one of these old sauces. It looks okay.
Real quick, I wasn't really paying attention. Does anybody know what food she has there, what all she has there? Because I'm very curious to see the calories. Then again, Sansa will probably put it up for us, but that was the big bag. So.
Tastes fine.
Okay, just SE7EN is speeding it up for us, so there's nothing we can do about that.
I had a nap.
Yeah, this is just straight eating. I mean, she's not saying anything, nothing controversial. It's just her
Get a chance to win
eating.
a trip to UCL final and many more
inane, pointless, foodie verbal diarrhea with, well, not even verbal diarrhea. She's not talking.
It says this can has 1 calorie.
Yeah, and just
no
SE7EN
sugar.
is forwarding through it, so we're not really hearing it. The eating noise.
Where's the calorie coming from? So this burrito has their beef, rice,
green
and cheese.
frosty.
This would be easy to make.
Yes, Princess, I agree. Yep, she's using her left hand.
What's your favorite late night meal?
And here's the thing. This is a pre-recorded video, right? So she's talking to the camera, but it's not live. So it's like she's asking questions, but she's not really asking it of her chat or her audience. She's talking directly probably to the person that paid for this. And the funny thing is I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. She really doesn't seem to have anything to say, and that's probably because she knows, this is just my opinion off the top of my head, is that she knows that this video is just for one person. So she doesn't have anything to chit chat about because she knows nobody's going to leave comments for her when she recorded this, because it wasn't meant for her audience, for the VI bidiots. It was meant for one person, I'm starting to realize. So yeah, just she doesn't have anything to talk about.
So this burrito has their beef, rice, and cheese. This would be easy to make.
Yeah, she's just got less to talk about, it seems like. Yeah.
What's your favorite late night meal?
Yeah, and she's not saying, oh, what do you guys like to eat? What's your favorite late night meal? And she's just eating.
I don't usually choose the nachos and cheese as a side. It's not bad.
Okay, that right there. I don't usually choose the nacho and cheese as a side. Sounds like somebody else probably ordered this for her, because that wasn't like, oh, I haven't had this before, I'm giving it a shot. It's more like, I don't normally chew this, but it's not bad. So yeah, I'm leaning towards this was a feeder paid for this, or somebody paid for it.
I usually get the cheese fries or Fiesta potatoes.
Yep, and we know this because she's shown before. Every time she goes there, she gets those cheesy Fiesta fries. Hey, Jake girl, good to see you.
First real problems.
We're watching just
Too many chips?
SE7EN's version of
Not enough dip.
Yeah.
Just wanted to share my late night meal.
So this is something else. Like, did she put? Okay, hear me out. Do you think she put this order in herself? And somebody else paid for it? Or do you think somebody else just flat out ordered and paid for it for her? Because Chantal doesn't normally run out of dip and stuff because she always orders herself enough that fact. So I'm going to rewind it 10 seconds. So the fact she says, oh, too many chips, not enough dip. So put a 1 if you think somebody else not only paid for this, but somebody else ordered it for her too. And that's why her ratios are off. Put a 2 if you're like, no, somebody else paid for it, but she ordered it. Well, she ordered it as in she ordered what they said to get, and they only gave her enough. So I'm just curious.
Just wanted to share my late night.
Yeah, Granny, I'm not quite
with you guys. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm kind of tired, so I'm not super talkative. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So let's watch the live from last night when we know this was recorded. I'm going with not only did somebody else pay for this and tell her what to get, I'm leaning towards somebody actually maybe even ordered it, or either they ordered it for her and had it sent there, or they only gave her enough money to order exactly what she got. Because, you know, and maybe it has to do with salad. You know, he's clamping down, and so if it's not paid for by somebody else, she's not getting to order it. So yeah, I think everybody is onto something as to why this got pulled down. Is there's a pissed off feeder. So okay, let me go to the farms and we'll watch it. Just, are you guys cool with just watch outside and the northern lights are out? Oh, that's awesome. Hey, oh, okay, yeah, that's awesome. Hey, T-Bird, good to see you. Okay, let me go to the farms and put a 1 if you're cool with watching the live she did last night when she filmed this pre-recorded video. It's hilarious how she puts up a post saying this was an old video, or I didn't film this. Bitch, oh, sorry, 24 hours ago. It's not like this was sitting you know, in the archives. It was like over Christmas when she was uploading pre-recorded content. We caught her uploading something that she filmed from Christmas of 2023 when her and me and Auntie Rasta were out driving around. That was yeah, that was old content. So because she just didn't have anything to record, so she's not above, you know, uploading old stuff. I'm rambling, sorry. Let's see. Foodie has a cardboard sign on the YouTube streets. We'll eat for food, right? Yeah. Okay, let me find the live from last night and we'll watch that, because and that was about, yeah, like I said, about 24 hours ago or something. And if she goes live while we're doing this, let me know. I've never sniped, but I'm not above it. So hold on, let me see if I can find the live from last night. That was yesterday. This is just so okay. I'm starting to see clips from it. So sorry, guys. Yeah, I know, Princess Alyssa. I can get a little spicy. Like, you know, I try not to be too crass. Or in the, you know, I just try not to do, like, I try not to sink to her level. But let's face it, man. She is just a train wreck of a human being. She's gluttonous. She is lazy, she is greedy, she is envious, she is all the deadly sins. And she just, with her medical misinformation and the animal abuse and the grifting, it's just hard not to be petty, you know. But I will point out that I know I'm a terrible person, a loser who's clout chasing, and I should probably be off parenting my kid. And oh, I probably should turn my camera on too, right? Okay. Oh, cat hair. Do I keep a, Barry asked, do I still keep a log to keep track of all her lies, right? I have been remiss in keeping track, you know, because I have my notebook, and normally I keep very careful notes of all that stuff, and I have been slacking. So I will promise you guys that I will get out my notebook, and I will be more diligent in my keeping of notes and my you know, keeping track of the lies and the contradictions. So how's that sound? And oh, what's in right, Granny Noodles? I was what's in the box? Oh my God. That's so funny. I love it when somebody gets me a good old SE7EN quote. That what's in the box? I do that occasionally with Mr. Grebo, and he doesn't understand because he's never seen it. He's not big on movies. So thank you, Granny Noodles. The $2. Well, let's see. YouTube keeps 30%. So the $1.40 that I get when I finally get it will go to either crafting or kitty toys. Or maybe I'll buy a box. So, okay, let me see if I can't find... Yeah, and Salad sure has been... he has just been scarce as of late. Okay, it's the live she did last night called Mocha Time. But the thing is I'm not seeing archives. I'm seeing, oh, here we are. Okay. There we go. Geekers on the Farms seems to have archived it, so. Okay, hold on. Put a 1 if this sounds okay once. And I don't think it's that important to see this, but here real quick, let me see when they uploaded this, because Geekers is quick. So it was last night, yesterday at 6 o'clock. So I didn't film her feeder vlog today means, well, when she pulled it down, means she had filmed it like 8 hours earlier. My God, like for somebody, like she really likes to get tangled up in semantics, but like not the proper definitions of words. Like she's one of those people, you know, depends on what your definition of is kind of just bullshit. So, all right, hold on. Here we go. This is yesterday's 24 hours ago live. I don't think it's that important to see this. Is it? Do you guys care? Do you want to see me sew, or you want to see her? Or both?
Hey, Melissa, Sweet Pea.
What? Oh, no. Okay. Barry Bowberry. Hey, Minka. Barry Bowberry says Val Kilmer died? Oh, no. Man, that sucks. Val Kilmer, does anybody remember, was it Real Genius? So this is not me flexing or anything, but you know the kind of geeky, fast-talking girl? Do you know how many times when I was in high school, people told me that I reminded them of that girl, you know, the one that's like, should have gone much further, much farther, much faster, and I don't know what, you know, because I speak real fast and I am kind of twitchy. It's Tourette's, not my fault, but man, that sucks. I like Val Kilmer. He was a good guy. R.I.P. Iceman. Okay, not gonna lie. you guys have heard me talk about before, movies I haven't seen, like Titanic and Avatar. I've never seen Top Gun. Sorry, not sorry. I know, it makes me a terrible Gen Xer.
Sarah.
Okay.
Valerie. Hello,
and
guys.
the Saint, yes.
Karen from Edinburgh.
Everybody.
Hello. Edinburgh.
Put hands in the
Carrie
chats
Berry,
for Val
kindness
Kilmer,
first.
because he really was. He was a touchstone for Gen X. He was the man.
Lambo.
I think he was actually technically a baby boomer, though.
Strawberries.
He wasn't
was
Gen
very
X.
Nice lunch. Very nice. Caprese.
Yeah. Believe it or not, technically, Tom Cruise, Johnny Depp, they're too old to be Gen X. Val Kilmer was definitely too old. Val Kilmer, Patrick Swayze, they were all boomers, but yeah.
We went to Kuwait City. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is so busy out right now. I'm at like a part of the beach park where, I don't know, where we normally go to see the cats. It's too busy.
It's too busy. That just means there's people out and she doesn't want to get stared at. My question is why is she out at the beach? Because she's not showing herself feeding the cats. Is it because she decided to go there and she can't go home because Salad's there with his friends? Or, I'm just curious. I haven't seen this.
Good, Terry. No lunch vlog, no.
Hey, Morticia,
Someone's not into
good
being
to
in
see
vlogs
ya.
right now.
There's nothing wrong with being a boomer either.
It's nice to do things with each other without being on camera all the time anyways.
Okay,
so.
Okay, I'll stop pausing. Here's the dealio with Foodles. Either she is...
I feel like I had...
Either she's recording a video to upload, she's live streaming, or she's sleeping. So it's not like her and Salad are... there's a ton of time. The only time she disappears is when she's doing a visa
every
run.
aspect of my life, but no, not anymore.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Hey, Breezes!
It's a lie.
It is 10:30. So, I'm just waiting because I have to pick up Salah. Zach. I'm just going to hang out here, I guess.
Do you think she's just
Grace,
so millennial
Vanessa?
That she can't
Hello,
be bothered?
Mike, thank you.
Like,
Olga?
Serious question. Do you think she's just so fucking lazy that she can't be bothered to go home, park, walk into her apartment, and then, let's say, half hour later, Salad wants to be picked up, so then she has to go downstairs, walk to the rig, and drive there? Like, put a 1 if you think she is just so incredibly lazy that she would rather park on a beach and just stand by and wait because she's too lazy to do the 3 minutes of exertion it takes to go up to her apartment. Put a 2 if you're thinking, no, something else is going on.
It's noisy here. I already went and got myself a mocha.
I'm saying 1. I think she's lazy. But some people are saying 2. Okay, and if you say 2, you think something else is going on. So a 1 is she's far too lazy to walk upstairs, and then do the exercise to get back down. Put a 2 if you think she's hanging out because Salad's actually at the apartment with somebody and she's just waiting for the all clear to go home. So 1, she's super morbidly obese and lazy. Put a 2 if she's still super morbidly obese, but he's there with people or something and she's not allowed to be there.
Mena?
Okay, we got 1s, we got 2s, lots of 2s. A lot of people think he told her to... Hey, Gina Marie, I think I said hi. Oh, lots of 2s. Okay. She's not allowed home.
Latifa.
Yeah, so
I'm going to be live until Salah messages me and tells me to pick him up.
Yeah, I don't...
SE7EN, and then I'll...
Real quick. So she has had the vehicle more and more and more. So a lot of people are saying too, like they think he's there or for some reason she can't go home and she has to go pick up Salah. So here's a question. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Salad actually has another vehicle and he kind of drives himself around a big chunk of time. Put a 2 if like, no, they only have the one vehicle.
Have to go, but I'm gonna try it. Like, I prefer to go, I don't know.
Yeah, same here, Princess
It's
Alyssa.
busy at night, you know? And it's friggin', it's getting warm.
She is lazy.
Latifah's so good. That looks sugar-free, I know, right?
It looks sugar-free. So 1 and we got some 2s. So
No, he's at Diwania. His friends picked him up.
1.5 a scooter. It looks like
Oh
we're
my God,
evenly
Mocha.
split. Half the people think he has his own rig, and half the people think
I'm like,
no, they're
is this gonna be
still
out?
sharing.
I can pick you up. So yeah.
I haven't seen this yet. Oh, I'm curious. When he texts her and says, "Hey, come get me," does she show herself going to pick him up? Because why wouldn't she stream that? That would, so we'll watch this, but if she says she's waiting for him to text to say to come get him, but suddenly when he texts, she gets off, I'm going with he's home and told her not to come home, because there's no reason for her not to stream it until she gets there. So we'll see.
That's right. Hey, Maxine. It's called Latifah, Zach.
Yeah, I think so, Princess Alyssa. I think you're right. He can get rides from others. So we'll see. I haven't seen this yet,
I'm
but
feeling great, kindness.
when he texts, if she gets off,
Oh
it's
no,
'cause
Nicole, gotta take the car to the shop. That's the worst.
she's going home because he told her not to be there.
But good luck. I hope they don't drain you. Did I just wake up? No.
It's 10:30 at
But I'm
night.
getting tired. It's past my bedtime.
Ooh, he might be at a dad's or
Queen
a friend's,
Latifah,
says
the Queen
Garden.
Latifah Cafe. Hey, Faye.
Yeah, her not.
To my, like, it's humid today. My glasses are gonna fog
Her
up.
not
But I don't have the
streaming
AC
to go
on.
pick him up is fishy. Like, what is going on
It
there?
is after 10:30 here. The husband grilled some burgers and sausages. I always season my patties like a Mississippi pot roast. What's in the seasoning for a Mississippi pot roast, anyways?
Google it.
Hello,
you lazy
Enchanted.
behemoth.
Welcome. Ice mocha, yeah, Liz. You like Queen Latifah movies? Hey, Cleo. Hold on, guys.
There's somebody pulling up next to her with music. Here's the thing with Chantal is she is so worried about getting demonetized or getting copyright claimed. Like she won't just anything, and because she needs every last dime. Have you noticed that?
Sorry, just the copyright music.
Era tudo Bogotá, questi che metti a pighi.
Tuna noodles.
Era tutto
Hey,
Bogotá.
Stephanie, good to see
Sometimes
you.
like if I seal, I put my CPAP on, but I don't sleep. So maybe it lasts for hours. Troy Ranch and oh yeah.
Anybody wondering, I'm sewing the crotch of another pair of Mr. Grebo's jeans.
Yeah, because they pulled up with copyright music playing.
See?
So
Yeah, she doesn't want a copyright
For
claim.
like 2 seconds of music.
She's worried about that.
Anyways. Hi, Martha.
She is very worried about that.
You didn't hear the music?
I do not miss Salad
Just
at
a
all
regular mocha.
either. Man, he
All the
is
chocolates at the bottom.
like, I think Salad is not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I think he is a scammer. And I think him and Chantal are in a business arrangement type relationship. And, I think he thought he was going to scam her, and she's scamming him back too. Like, and I have zero sympathy for him. He is a terrible human being. He's just a different flavor of terrible. It seems like his life is couched in terms of you can't be outwardly awful in the culture he lives in, and he has to watch his P's and Q's because in Kuwait he could get booted back to Syria. So, but I think he is an equally scumbaggy kind of person And Chantal always claiming that Salad insists that she wears the hijab. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's complete and total bullshit. She does it because she's fat and she wants to hide her chins. Put a 2 if you think, no, Salad is telling her to wear this. I'm a 1. We've even heard Salad tell her, no, you don't need to wear it.
Just a regular mocha. But all the chocolate's at the bottom.
What brand mocha is that? I want to look up the calories and the
Sarah,
carbs.
Hanging out with friends, basically.
Yeah, if everybody says 1.
Whenever men gather for like...
Does anybody know what brand? I didn't see that coffee. I want to look up the sugar content, the carb content, the calories.
Has to be over 10 seconds of music? I hope so, Lambo. Hey, Poppy. You look sketchy. I don't know.
Darn it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody knows what brand that is that she's drinking. I'm not paying enough attention. Yeah, Salad is a degenerate. Oh, it's Duncan. Hey, Chow Mein, good to see you. So, okay, hold on. And so it's
a water bottle.
A Duncan mocha.
I'm not catching a climb
and it looks
on my
like
channel.
Like a 30-ounce one. So
I don't want my battery to die.
Hold on.
We're gonna be in the dark? Oh, that's okay. How long until the battery dies? Damn it, Amber. Hey, Amber. Hey, Vanessa. YouTube lover.
Did
Just
she say
the beach.
A mocha.
I got heat on Twitter for being kind to you. I'm kind to everybody. Oh, never be sorry for being kind to somebody. Go Labby. Living eye roll. I have a new...
Okay, so real quick, it says the Dunkin' Mocha. It kind of depends on the size. There's 20 ounce, I think 20 ounce one. Did she say what kind of milk she had? Let's just pretend that, because we know she got that's 20 ounces if it's anything. So it says 360 calories, and we didn't see any toppings, but yeah, just 360 calories. Damn it, it's trying to give me a PDF again. Hold on, I'm gonna go macros. So 360, 400 calories, macros. Let's look at the what's that called? The macros. Let's look at the carbs in that. So she got the large, which is 32-ish. Let's see. That looks like the macros is it going to show me? 46 grams. Wow, 50.1 grams total, and 46 of those are from sugar. So here, let me get back to seeing, yeah, so there we go. So aren't you supposed to have 50 calories total for the entire day if you're diabetic?
Yeah. Resolution, I'm trying. Not New Year's, just a resolution. And, you know, I'm going to let the haters win. You win. You 100%
That's a regular, win. Says Yarn.
Because honestly, I'll take the L if I have to lower myself anymore to any of the likes. If winning means continuing to lower myself, swearing, being nasty.
Real quick, Chantal has been drinking lots of Dunkin' Donuts and not much Starbucks. So I'm wondering, do you think for her birthday maybe Shmi sent her a Dunkin' Donuts gift certificate? Because let's face it, you can get a lot more food and a lot more items. You get more bang for your buck at Dunkin' Donuts. So do you think that Chantal asked me and, you know, got a Dunkin' gift certificate because she can get more of her junk there, you know? And plus, you know, she's boycotting, so...
I'm out. So, you win. Hi, Andre Marie!
Yeah. And she's not even on fast-acting insulin. She's on the basal insulin, you know, the long acting and stuff, and the metformin, and it's not controlling her. I mean, she said her average blood sugar is running 9.6. That's like what, 180? That is not healthy. That is not healthy.
Shadow of the day? I'm good. It's very safe here. Kimmy, yes. Yeah, I know, Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah, Yarn, you can order gift certificates online. You can get all the gift certificates from Amazon and stuff now. It's not a problem.
A great time, great eat.
Even if you don't have a place locally, you can order them online, no problem. And
cheers.
You can order like e-cards, so you just email them to the person. You don't even have to physically give them a card anymore.
We don't do cheers, I guess, unless it's alcohol, right? A lot of people are playing volleyball.
Remember when she went to feed the cat when Hero bit her? All those guys were playing volleyball, and she's like, oh, I'll sit here and watch, because she was really enjoying the view, but she was wondering if they were talking about her. What do you want to bet? Because she can't be home. She's back at the park watching those young men play volleyball, because she's a desperate, lonely, middle-aged woman with no friends, no prospects, and you know, she likes watching those young guys, and she has a penchant for preying on, you know, foreign men, younger foreign men. So I don't know where I was going with that, but that's I think that's what she's doing at the beach.
That would be really good exercise. Am I close to where Hero the cat is?
Yep.
Oh, they're walking over there. I wanted to go over there.
Yeah, she's a creep, Frosty. Yeah, and she's taking injectable insulin, but she's taking the basal kind. So, you know, it comes in those pens and stuff where you don't think about it. You set your units, and it's basal. It's like a long acting. It's like long acting pain meds, you know what I mean? It's a slow release and stuff. And so that and metformin. She's not on fast acting insulin yet. And here's what I think's going on. A, she doesn't have a local doctor to oversee that for her. And number two, because you're not allowed to live there and be diabetic. It was like, what, in 2015, Kuwait started to expel residents that had insulin diabetes problems. And you know, it's like, I'm sure she could get one refill. Like if she had a pre-existing prescription, I'm sure she could get some short acting, you know, fast acting insulin there. But I think because she's on a tourist visa and stuff, she's not able to get that specific kind of insulin, because you need to be monitored by a doctor. She doesn't have a doctor, and she's there on a tourist visa, and she doesn't want to push it because she doesn't want to get clocked as a uncontrolled diabetic, you know, in Kuwait. That's what I think. Put a 1 in the chat if you kind of agree with what I'm saying, and that might actually be the reason why she's not on the fast acting insulin at this point, is, you know, because she's chosen not to go to the doctor. Put a 2 if you're like, nah, you know, you're an idiot, Grebo. She's just choosing not to take that. I don't think that her going to a diabetes education class, unless she paid a lot of money for a private one, I don't think that's really an option for her. And the fast acting, you know, the quick acting insulin, I just don't think those things are options for people like Chantal who are on tourist visas, because Kuwait, they're not playing. So there's a lot of 1s. Yeah, so it seems like, hey Vapor, good to see you. So yeah,
no, it's Latifa.
You've never been to Dunkin' Donuts? You're not. I hate Krispy Kreme. Their donuts leave grease in your mouth.
My life,
I've only been to Krispy Kreme once. Didn't like it.
Without approval from anyone.
Okay, I'll rewind this because, but yeah. So everybody's and so that right there, like Chantal has gotten away with, you know, kind of letting her health slide, like she didn't feel like getting blood work done. So they took her off of, the anticoagulants she was on because she's got the idiopathic clots she's had a couple times, and you cannot tell me it's not because of her obesity. I really think that's why. God, my neck's killing me. But she, so far so good. She's not had any dire consequences. So I think Chantal has that, oh, when I get around to it, oh, I'll do it soon. I'm gonna. And that's why she's not dealt with her blood sugar, because in her mind, she still has time, and I don't think she understands the dire straits she's in, that she probably needs short acting insulin, but short acting insulin is nothing to fuck around with. Type 1 diabetes runs in my family, and that, you want to talk about a good way to kill yourself, is messing around with type 1 insulin. You take a shot and you forget to eat. Not that that would ever happen with Chantal, but yeah, I think she needs the quick acting insulin, and I think in her mind she's like, oh, I'll deal with that soon. I don't know where I was going with that.
Without approval from anyone.
Good for you, Nirvana. Yeah. A good old Cambodian donut.
They wasted the chocolate on the bottom, but it's really, really good. It's like kind of like a frappe.
Exactly, Yarn. She's a visitor, so they tell her to follow up when you get home. And that's the other thing, is notice every time they videotape her, going to get doctor care, they go to a different clinic every time, because you don't want to get clocked at the same urgent care. Like, hey, you were just here 4 months ago or 6 months ago. So there literally is no consistency.
Pingu Pangu. That's what I tried to do, kindness. It's really busy out there. I don't want to drive around. You want to?
God, she's getting too lazy to drive. Yeah, she's hoping that, like, in her mind, those volleyball players are going to notice her. I think she knows. Like, do you remember, like, we showed it on my last live, and don't get used to this. Like, I'm not going to start going live all the time, but she turned that on, and you saw the look on her face where she was like, oh, and you saw her go like this. And then we saw the filter suck down and get rid of the face cellulite and the Gwyneth Paltrow and Shallow Hal fat suit look, where was I going with this? But, so she knows, but I think on some level, she's kind of drank her own Kool-Aid too. That, Chantal has been told, I'm going to guess, her entire life for a very long time, oh, you have a pretty face. You have a pretty face. Well, you have a pretty face. And I think, even though, like, she wasn't unattractive when she was younger, but she's put on so much weight, and she's got, and fat distribution is not bilateral. It's going to put it on where it's going to put on. I mean, she's got so much fat deposition on her face and stuff, and she's lumpy, that in her eyes, if you see her eyes, if you saw a real picture, her eyes are starting to get beady, because they're getting small compared to the size of her face and how much weight she's carrying around. And so, no, I don't think she's that attractive. I don't think she has, the face card that she kind of had when she was younger. She's got beady eyes. Her skin is terrible. She's bald. She's not looking good. But I think in her mind, she's still, she's still thinking she's that cutesy, quirky, chubby girl that, she viewed herself as in high school. I think Chantal always got told, oh, you have a pretty face. Oh, you're just chubby. She was the chubby, funny girl. But I think that's what her family told her. I think Chantal has been obese her entire life. And I don't think she was wholly unattractive when she was, a preteen and early teen years, but I think she's still clinging to what her family used to tell her. I don't think she's all that in touch with actual reality and the gravity of her situation, that she is not pretty. She is not chubby. She doesn't have a face card. And this isn't me being shady or ad hominem attacks. I'm just pointing out the disingenuous nature of the comments that she makes. I think partly she has drank her own Kool-Aid. And I think the other part is she just thinks everybody else is stupid. Like the VI idiots are, they're either trolls or they're morons. I don't know where I was going with this. Sorry. And I don't have any notes to read off of because we just went live. Hey, Megan, good to see you. Megan Fox.
What did you picture? A dinosaur mask?
Hey,
I was
Panda.
meant to ask you that.
Yeah, I think Chantal almost has a type of
Honey,
body dysmorphia. I think Chantal is used to seeing herself with those filters going, and I think in her mind, you know, that's what she thinks she looks like, because she refers to herself as, you know, overweight or chubby or I'm a little fat. Like nobody in their right mind would say, you know, she would call themselves chubby if they weighed as much as Chantal. You know, it'd be like the guy in Leaving Las Vegas referring to himself as, you know, I have a one too many drinks occasionally. No, you're a full-blown alcoholic. No, Chantal, you're not chubby. You're super morbidly
in
obese.
particular, I'm just waiting to pick up Salah.
Exactly, Megan. Thank you, Lily. Yeah, she calls it her
The
tummy.
garbage cats?
She doesn't have a tummy. She has...
We did go to lunch, yeah.
She has a 30 to 40 pound pubis mons that is a fat sack, you know, and is sagging down to her knees. She has an actual apron from the lower part of her abdomen, and she's got an upper, you know, huge fat deposit also. It's like it's not a tummy. It's her body is terribly misshapen and stretched out.
You're very wise, Vanessa. Oh, the Jurassic Park masks. What the heck? It's creepy.
Yep, she's using filters,
I like
1000%. She
okay,
has
what are we gonna
a fat
do?
skin apron, yeah. And so, because we all remember the one where she was jumping around in her living room and doing this. She goes, I don't know what's clapping. She knew exactly what it was, but that was before, you know, gravity took, because everything kind of more sat like right here. And the pubis mons, the fupa, hung down between her thighs. So when she was going like this, it was slapping against her thigh. But, you know, here we are 3-4 years later. She's put on more weight. Gravity happens. She's got a lot more laxity in her skin, a lot less collagen because, you know, she had her entire unit yanked. Courtesy of being super morbidly obese, they had to yank her entire unit. She's not bothered to go on replacement hormones. So I can guarantee you the laxity in her skin has gone up tenfold. And so with that weight and gravity, her pubis mons has sunk down to her knees. Her stomach apron has gotten much larger and has started to sag down. And it's just, I can only imagine because, you know, she is 5'1", and I say this all the time, and so it looks like she has T-Rex arms. No, she's so big, I don't know how she can physically get in amongst the rolls to adequately bathe. I've told people this before. I was a deputy coroner, you know, I used to go to autopsies, and this is no shade, but we had a very, very large person who did not make it. And she was only about 5 feet, and she weighed about 500 pounds. We had to take 2 medical examiner tables, and I had to go by lengths of chain so we could chain them together because we needed to do the autopsy, because you need to know, because there's manner of death and cause of death, right? So we needed to figure that out. But I'll just never forget how tiny her skeleton looked because there was so much fat, and her build was very similar to Chantal's. And the other thing is I'll never forget where, you know, it's just the things I've seen being in the back of an ambulance is I've, you know, had a quarter of a grilled cheese sandwich fall out of somebody's rolls while we had them in the ambulance and we're trying to get a 12 lead hooked up, and a chunk of a sandwich had fallen out. And you know, we reported the caregiver for abuse because the caregiver should have caught that, and that quarter of a grilled cheese sandwich had been there for a hot minute. The smell, oh my god. So yeah, we reported the caregiver because somebody was not taking care of her. There's been other times where, you know, you've moved rolls and Skittles have fallen out. I've moved rolls before and we found actual 12 lead, you know, the sticky 12 leads you put on to run a strip on people that had been stuck on there that were left from the last time they'd been to a hospital. So I'm just saying, with Chantal's girth, I don't think she can physically clean herself properly. And this is, you know, this isn't me making fun. I'm just saying. And when you've got that high of blood sugar and the sweating and then the skin rubbing off, the smell is very unpleasant. And number two, you've got bacterial infections, you've got fungal infections going. It's not good. The infections and the smells and stuff, it's not good. Even with a stick, it's very hard. I mean, you can get a long scrubby thing. In fact, hold on. I'm going to show you guys something. Hold on. I'm sorry. Am I totally, yeah, but let me show you something, because I used to work down in Mexico, and I learned this down when I lived in Mexico, and it's a great idea, and it's kind of a free cleaning thing you can get. Hold on. So I learned this when I was living in Mexico. So you get the bags that like the tangerines and the oranges come in and stuff. Well, they're the same stuff that those poofs you get at the dollar store are made of. And so, and I had a roommate when I lived in New York City. She actually was from Africa, and she called them African loofahs. And this one I haven't cut the plastic off, but you can make these into long, and they're, like I said, I need to finish trimming off the plastic from the orange thing. Like I have it sitting in the bathroom because I haven't finished yet, but you know, like this, and it's the same stuff as those poofs from the dollar store or whatever. But yeah, you can go like this, you can go like this, and it's a nice abrasive surface. You can scrub stuff and you can string them together and get a nice long, you know, like I said, this one I need to attach them, but yeah, they make a nice long where you can get a good long one. And basically for something you got your oranges in and you were going to throw away, you can do some good old scrubbing. And then when you're done, you can throw it away. I don't know where I was going with this. My point is, she has options for, and you need to be careful because with the sweat and the skin and the bacteria and the fungus, you get rashes and very thin skin, and the skin will actually start to break down. So you need to be careful. But I don't even know where I was going with this. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, you make your own, Megan Fox. Yeah, so this is, but yeah, when I lived in Mexico, you know, and plus, we only got water in the place we lived one day a week. You know what I mean? You take a quick hose off. Other than that, you were taking Hooter baths. But yeah, if you wanted to do your feet, you could just throw it up like this as I tip over, you know, in the bottom of your feet. Get all the dead skin between, as I tip over, between your toes, and you were buying the oranges anyway. And so, like I said, these ones are thrashed but I haven't used them yet because the kitty's got a hold of them. But yeah, I use these, and when you're done, you throw them away. It reduce, reuse, recycle. Yeah, I'm kind of a tree hugging hippie. Sorry, not sorry. Yes, the ulcers, Minka. Yeah, she doesn't, and we know from her own admission that she doesn't wash. Remember, she even said, and we've had this conversation, that Chantal lives in such a sheltered world, and that she's like, nobody wipes after they go pee. Nobody washes their hands after they wee. Who washes below their waist? Who washes their feet? Like, I think in her mind that she really believes these things. I think, so you add that on top of her being incredibly lazy, and some just really unhygienic practices are very standard for Chantal, and just that right there. If she didn't get the home training and she's not scrubbing the beef, I'm just, you know, just, I'm sure she has a dirty neck. You know what I'm talking about, or you get the dark skin along the back of your neck because you're not scrubbing it with the washcloth, and, she can't really reach many things. So I'm sure it's pretty gross. I don't know like I said, I don't know where I was going with this, but, yeah, it's like you start at your toes and you work your way up. Like, I've got this little, pumice and stuff. I do my feet real good because, like, who wants cracked, nasty, thick calluses on their feet? But then, I paint my toenails. I haven't seen my actual toenails in years. But yeah, and do you have to do it every time? No, but I honestly think that Chantal, because we've seen her feet. Remember? Oh my God, do I have a picture of it? Oh, let me see if I screenshotted it. We'll come back to this, where everybody said, oh, she had that whatchamacallit, Nigeria or whatever from her diabetes. No, but she took a picture or a video when she was weighing herself. She took that, and the top of her foot, it had that dark pattern to it, and what put a 1 if you agree with me. That was dead built up skin because she doesn't watch her feet. So all along the top of her foot, it was really dark, and a lot of people, I can't remember what it's called, the Nigerian, when you get the dark joints and stuff from diabetes. That's not what that was. It was dark, dead skin that had not been scrubbed off. Does anybody remember what I said? Let me see. I thought I screenshotted it, but I might not have. Does anybody remember when she weighed in? Because, God, I remember, too, that I had screenshotted it because I was like, this I want to talk about, but the top of those feet, from her feet, I'll go to the farms real quick if you guys want, but it was because she hasn't scrubbed it, and it was dead skin that was dark. So, yeah. You're trying to eat here, says Chow Mein. Friends was one of the nurses. Yep. Let's see. Do you guys want me to real quick try to see if I can't pull up, like, because it wasn't that long ago she weighed herself on the farms, and it was right at the beginning. Do you want me to real quick put a 1 if you real quick want me to pull that one up? Let me see where we're at with this. We are at 11 minutes 30 seconds. Okay. When did she weigh herself last? Was that a week ago? Here, let me go to her page real quick, and I'll look, because I just need to screenshot from the beginning, and because now it's going to drive me crazy. I want to, Foodie Beauty. Was it a live or was it a pre-recorded video when she weighed in? Does anybody remember? I think it was a pre-recorded video. 400 pounds, shrimpy, type 2. Does anybody remember the name of the video when she weighed in, and it was only like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, where she weighed in at the beginning, and then yeah, I don't think it was alive. So let's see, meatloaf, mashed potatoes. Does anybody remember? 400 pounds, reversing type 2 diabetes. I broke my fast. Does anybody remember the name? It was a video. You're right, Megan. Does anybody remember the name of? It was the house cleaning live. Was it? Oh, you're right. So hold on. But it just seems like she had. It just seems like she had a pre-recorded video where she actually showed her feet, though, and it was different than the weigh-in, because I remember that, but there was one where she had thrown up some pre-recorded footage, or maybe you're right. So hold on, where was it in that video? Hold on. Okay, so that, did she weigh in at the beginning or the end? I think we're thinking of 2 different videos. That it just seems like, I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's see. But yeah, she did at the beginning of the one. I think it was the house cleaning, says Megan. It wasn't alive, but definitely a lie. Yeah, Chow Mein, because she did the weigh-in and cleaning at the beginning of that one just 3 days ago, but about 2 weeks ago, she did a pre-recorded video where she actually, so let me see if I can't find, was it 10 days ago? I couldn't see. I broke my fast, here's why. So let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I'm looking for the pre-recorded one, so hold on. Okay, this one is a lie. Reversing type 2 diabetes naturally. Towards the end, the dirt. It's kind of driving me crazy because, like I said, I can see it clear as day when, she got on the scale and weighed in and made a big deal, and she included the footage. Meatloaf, taco, breakfast. Sloppy grocery haul, cooking, stray. All right, I'm just going to give up. But yeah, if somebody could keep looking, which one is it, Megan? The reversing type 2 diabetes, you think that's the one? Because I could just remember clear as day, she did a weigh-in right at the beginning, and it was pre-recorded. Let's see. Let me see if it's this. Nope, it's not this one. This one, no. Let's see. Does anybody? Yeah, you try not to remember, but yeah, it's driving me crazy because she clear as day. And what's frustrating is, let me just look at my phone real quick, and then I'll let it go. But I know I screenshotted it, but I don't think, okay, hold on. Was it a screenshot? Maybe it was more than 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a little while ago, but maybe it was 4 or 5 weeks ago. I'm just going to see if I can find it real quick, and then I'll give up. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it, which is a bummer because but everybody knows what I'm talking about. The top, and I could dig through the farms, but the top of her feet, the problem is it was dirty skin. It was old skin. So yeah, okay, I'll stop. Sorry guys, I get on. What I'll do is I'll see if I can't find it, and I'll post it on my let's see, let me go to screenshot. Yeah, I think what happened is I planned on screenshot. I know I screenshotted it at some point, but I might have accidentally uh, deleted it because I run out of space. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's what happened because yeah, I'm not gonna keep looking because it's kind of dumb. I'm wasting all this time, but you know what it's like a dog with a bone. So okay, that's how filthy the car was. Um, oh my God, am I getting close? So nope, those are her feet, but without. Nope. Uh, bear with me, folks. I'm just gonna look for a couple more, and then I'll stop because I can't find it. But the top of her feet were filthy, and like even I kind of stagger, you know, because when I have to do my paint my toenails and stuff, when you get up like this, it's not really all that comfortable. Not to mention she's 41 years old and not that flexible, and so then you add where she should weigh 100 pounds, and so here's an old picture. So this is how her apron and her pubis mons used to look. And this was like 3+ years ago. Here, let me turn this off. So this is what it used to look like, you know, when she could wear tight pants and, you know, it would kind of keep everything snugged up. But I don't think that she owns a pair of Spanx or, you know, pants that can actually hold it up at this point. Yes, Megan, if you could find it. So, yeah, and so everything is hanging lower, and it just makes it that much harder for her to clean her feet. She can't reach her feet. I'm going to push play again. Yeah, here's Chantal when she was like 12 or 13. You know, she wasn't huge, but she was not a thin child. I think this is the last time that Chantal even looked, you know, remotely cute, and she had a massive middle even then. She was obese even as a 12-year-old. So, hold on, I'm just going through a few more. Yeah, okay. This, I'm just getting too obsessed. I need to just let this go. But if somebody could please find, oh shit, I just zoomed that in too much. If somebody could please find, in, you know, like this one, this was after she shaved her head and stuff, but you could see she, when she bent over, you know, everything didn't completely, you know, impede her. It was hard because her gut was in the way and stuff, but now when she bends over, all that hangs down, and just between her knees, it's impossible for her at this point. Yeah, she wasn't cute. She was, you know, she just, everybody's kind of cute when they're that age. So, okay, let's go back to watching Mocha Time. Sorry, guys, I know. No, that's wrong. Oops. Where are the archives? I'm just trying to find the archives. We were just watching the archives, so we can go back to watching. Okay, here it is. So we'll go back to watching it. Sorry, I went off on a tangent, but if you're new and you don't know, she clearly showed her feet when she got on the scale, and it said she was 166 kilograms. Well, this, you know, when she's on a scale that cannot physically weigh higher than 180 kilograms, so she was trying to claim she was 373 pounds when we all know she has a scale that can't weigh over 397 pounds, and she is well over that. And so, okay, let me turn this back up. Put a 1 in the chat if this is loud enough. Put a 2 if it's too quiet. She's not talking.
What do Khoi women do while their husbands gather?
Yeah, the short of her
I don't know,
putting on her
Tanya.
socks in Thailand, that was...
I don't know. I'm not from that culture, so... Claudia,
I said hi to Indy.
I've never been to
Yeah.
a Kuwaiti household, so I'm
Oh.
not sure. But I have been to
Hey,
Syrian
Love
household
Lau.
here.
Good
A
to
couple
see
of
you.
them. A few of them. And usually just,
Yeah.
I guess,
Okay.
prepare tea, prepare coffee, stuff like that. Depends where the deal
Listen to this.
is amongst themselves.
This tells you she has been there for 2.5 years, and listen to this. Like she has no more experience with Kuwaiti culture than I do. I probably have more experience with Middle Eastern culture just because of where I lived on the East Coast and the friends, and so just listen to this.
And usually just.
Okay, hold on.
But I have sure so.
Okay.
What do Kuwait women do while their husbands gather?
What do Kuwait women do when their husbands are gathered together?
I don't know, tell you. I guess it depends.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not from that culture, so.
So,
Claudia.
I love how she talks like in this culture, over here, she talks like she's an authority, but when she gets asked point blank, she's like, I don't know. I'm not from this culture. So, which is it? You don't know what they do in Kuwaiti culture? Or are you speaking from a position of authority? You cannot have it both ways, Foodles.
I've never been to a Kuwaiti household, so I'm not sure. But I have been to.
I've never been to a Kuwaiti household.
Syrian household here, a couple of them, a few of them, and usually just, I guess.
So she's always talking like she's an authority on Kuwait and stuff, but now all of a sudden, I've only been to Syrian household. I'm sure she's probably been to, on the front end, we know she went to Allah's place once or twice before that relationship broke down, and she's probably been to Salad's sister's house like once, but I don't think any more than that.
Prepare tea, prepare coffee, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly, Megan. Pick a lane.
Depends where the deal money is.
Yes, the camping trip, Enola, was the last time.
Yeah, the women socialize amongst themselves.
Ciao.
If there's women over, or,
She doesn't know because.
I don't really know.
Yeah, because nobody wants her around.
Question is valid. I'm just.
Because she's vile. And
Yeah.
as we know, Chantal hates all other women. Remember during the camping trip how she wanted to hang out by the fire with the men, and Salad made her go hang out with the women, and she could not stand it. Foodie is that girl that wants to hang out with the men. She is the ultimate pick-me girl.
Sometimes tell you I do, but I don't feel like it tonight.
Yes, exactly, Barry. Like a real husband would help clean.
I'm not a very social person. Like
her.
I'm
not a social person, she says.
What was I gonna say?
That's what happens when you're incredibly self-centered, because to be social means you have to be interested in other people, and even just having a conversation is kind of a give-take. Foodie is an emotional vampire, an energy vampire, and she just can't be bothered to put any effort in to, and the only people she really liked to hang out with was Pete, because he was at her beck and call,
I was gonna say what do the men do? They just talk about anything, politics, stuff like that.
She doesn't know.
They talk, they play cards, they have tea, coffee, smoke, shisha. I could start a sports ball team. I don't know, Ethan, honestly. I'm not sure.
You can hear the Kuwaiti men still playing volleyball, I'm pretty sure. Hear them cheering?
I enjoy being alone, especially since I mainly get along with men, and we all know what they want at the end of the day. Cool, Abby.
That's probably the most true statement she's made.
Yeah. I like to be alone too, like a lot of the time.
Oh, sweet.
Or
Jocelyn's
spend
mom.
time with my husband,
Send me
but
a
I don't
postcard
really
from
like,
Denmark. That's awesome.
I don't know, a social butterfly. The
Foodie.
Micarabia, I tried a bite of Salah's Micarabia and I didn't really
Chantal
like it
is
that
not
much.
a social butterfly. She is, she's just
I grew up like
unpleasant.
not introverted actually, no. But I still, even as a kid, liked my alone time. Like I liked holding myself up in my room
because she couldn't
and
be
just being in my own
bothered
world,
to make friends or to
fantasizing
share
about adult
or,
life.
you know, she
or
was
you know
thoroughly
whatever
unpleasant.
kids fantasize
And
life, or you know whatever.
I think part of the problem with Chantal is, you know, like when you're little, it's like, oh, little kids fight. But as she got older, you know, people start calling you out. You're mean. You're ugly. You're rude. You're fat. You know, you're stupid. They start calling you out on your bad behaviors. Like, you know, and her family never did. So I really think Chantal, when she started hanging out with other people, especially girls, because we know she was always trying to hang out with the boys, but, you know, they told her, you're not very nice, you know, and she didn't like being faced with the facts because her family just allowed her to be a terribly self-centered, gluttonous, lazy oaf, you know, and let's face it, teenagers are mean, kids are mean, you know, and so yeah, and I don't care what anybody says. Chantal says, oh, I was bullied. I think Chantal was a bully. I think she would find somebody she viewed as lesser than herself, and I think she was the one that would start picking on that person, you know, to get the attention off her, and so she could make everybody else laugh by making fun of that person. So I think Chantal was a terrible bully. I think, you know, how she was talking about that one kid. She was talking about, oh, he's had ketchup around his mouth. And then it was like, oh, he always had Kool-Aid around his mouth. Either way, you just know Chantal was the kid that, it, you know, if a kid came to school in the same clothes or they didn't have money, Chantal was the kid to pick on that other child. Guarantee Chantal was the bully. You can't tell me any different.
It's fantasize about like growing.
Yeah,
as a
no
teenager
one liked
wanting
her.
to grow up and be an adult too fast. As a kid, just
Chantal
various
was
things.
the bully.
But then I would also like to go to the park by myself and read under a tree.
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite things to do. I always read the Babysitters Club.
Chantal, I'm sure she read, but I think what she probably did was more go to the, you know, go and people watch and stuff. Chantal was not overly intellectually curious, you know, and so she tries to paint herself as the bookworm girl, but I don't think so for a second. I think she, you know, when she was young, she probably went to the park like she's doing now, watched the boys play baseball or whatever, and tried to start conversations, but no. Chantal wasn't intellectual. She wasn't reading a ton of books. And the reason she was by herself is because she was a terrible person and nobody wanted to hang out with her. Because she was selfish.
Really high.
And a bully.
You know. I think you become more introverted when you started to get more popular on YouTube. That's actually true.
When you started to get more popular on YouTube. No, what happened is the mask slipped. Like, I think Chantal has always been a self-centered fuck and not overly pleasant and didn't like women. But she kind of faked it when she was with BB. But we'd hear her stories making fun of the other women in the office and, you know, stuff like that. But once she started, she didn't get famous on YouTube. She got lolcow status is what she got. But once she got that, you know, and got a taste of making a little money and stuff, it went to her head and the mask slipped. So we got to start seeing the real Chantal. You know, she was a sloth. She was gluttonous. She just was mean. She was envious. You know, so we got to see the real Chantal is what happened is she got comfortable being herself, you know, and she didn't have to try to filter herself anymore. So I don't think her being on the internet helped her any, because like I said, it brought out her worst traits and stuff, but I don't think we're seeing anything new. I just think she got comfortable with being herself because she thought she was popular, and she confused lolcow with popularity.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe if I met other YouTubers, like,
Popular.
we would have a lot in common, because
No, you have
it's
nothing
really
in common.
hard to, like, talk about, you know? I don't know.
No, Chantal tries to make herself,
Barbies, that's what's
you
up.
know, into this victim, and people stalk her. And
The woman in the yard, I heard it's not.
and how she's always like, oh, so and so, they did this, and they're trying to find me. You know what? Yes, there are terrible people on the internet. I've had people leave some absolutely vile comments for me, and I've gotten a couple really vile emails and stuff, but overall, I'd say about 95% of what Chantal gets is just criticism, or even constructive criticism, but they're all haters. And I think she thinks a lot of these things, but she loves to say that, you know, oh, I get all these emails, or so many people are trying to find me, or how about somebody, remember that one where she was walking down the side of the road and somebody just happened to videotape her? Like, oh, I saw that foodie beauty, and she had the camera sitting on her gut, and she was walking along that snowy road when she was in Montreal, and she was like, they were stalking me and all this stuff. No, it would be no different than like, because, you know, let's face it, Chantal has, like, you know, most of her subscribers are dead subscribers, but it would be no different than if, you know, you happen to bump into some niche YouTuber that you happen to watch that had like 20,000 subscribers. It was like, oh my God, look who I saw, you know, because there's 5 other people you know that also watch that YouTuber. It's not stalking, and it's not creepy. You're a public figure. You were walking along filming yourself, and the person just put it up. You're not a victim, Chantal.
Really that great. You wanted to be Christy living eye roll. Yeah, Ethan.
Oh,
Canadian
that's
items are good.
awesome. Your eggs like me. That's cool, Minka. Chickens
I heard
like
Snow
me.
White had terrible. Yeah, I don't have any interest in it.
I don't have any interest in it. No, Chantal just needs to stop the conversation as I have no interest.
Hey,
she has no outside interest. She is not intellectually curious.
What's going on?
Yeah, Chantal is a very black and white thinker when it comes to
How hot has
people.
it gotten in Kuwait? It's getting warmer.
Chantal also is one of those people that really thinks that if she thinks it, then everybody thinks it. And if she does it, everybody does it. Like, I think she truly believes people don't wash their hands after they use the restroom. I think she truly thinks that if everybody was being honest, they don't wash from the waist down. Just stuff like that. You know.
Maybe telling you of like a group, you know. Andre Marie, they were so good. I know they drag racing sounds like it. Hey, Lily. Mocha is really good, especially from this place here.
Yeah. 51 grams of sugar or
It was the worst movie
carbs.
ever. I'm not gonna watch it. I don't know, Zoe, if we're gonna stay here for the whole summer. I'm not sure yet.
That just means she's trying to figure out what she has money to do.
It wasn't bad, but I didn't like it as much. Maybe I should rewatch it.
Her views are going down. Her income is going down.
Wait, Zach. It is almost 11 p.m. here.
Yeah, nobody cares. Gosh, I got cat hair. My nose is itching.
The beach where we normally go is full of people on the grass.
It's full of men, and that's why she's there.
Eid Mubarak. Yeah, you too, SB. so glad it's done with. I think that's how most people who host holidays feel, huh? I don't know how you can stand the heat there. I don't know. I guess you just kind of get used to it. Like, you don't really, I guess the AC helps. If I had to stay here with no AC, there's no way. It was dumb at first, but it's one of the better new horror movies. True. There's slim pickings with good new horror
real
movies.
quick, the thing with Chantal talks a good game, right? But put a 1 in the chat if you think Chantal was that girl that would run her mouth, but always made sure there was an adult close by, or you knew she was going to rat you out. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Chantal has ever thrown hands. I'm a solid 1. I knew a girl like Chantal when we were in high school, and it's like, my God, she was just obnoxious. Parents enabled her to be the worst version of herself, and she talked a good game, but she always made sure that, because, yeah, had she ever been caught alone, she would have been picking herself up next week. So I'm a solid 1. Chantal talks a good game. She gets winded putting her socks on. Do you think? And she's been fat her entire life. She's never that. And that's another problem with Chantal is I think if she ever had caught hands, she occasionally would zip it. But she's an internet bully. She hides behind a screen, and I don't think she's ever been physically held accountable for running her mouth, ever. She talks a good game, though. But we've all seen it when she's face to face. She turns red and goes, "Hi."
AC set at 19. That's how.
Yep, exactly, Megan. I think she'd pick a weapon.
Sorry, Ghoul Abby. No, the clock doesn't change here. Where do I see myself in 5 years?
Yeah, exactly, Jake girl. Watching that bachelorette party was just. Remember
finishing a health journey.
Remember that St. Patrick's Day party she filmed? My God, that was cringy. So cringy. Nobody wanted to talk to her, and everybody had the "Why is she here?" And it was only because she was Shannon's friend from when they were younger. And it was like Shannon tolerated her. But, yeah, it's just, ugh.
I want a mocha so bad now. I wish you guys could try Latifah mochas. They're really good.
Yeah, wanted to take
arcade?
F15
we can actually one of these
poutine.
days, yeah. There's a lot of arcades here. Only an hour ahead of you versus 2.
Exactly, Blue Daisy.
What's a farmer's wrap?
So socially awkward, it's painful.
I haven't.
She was very loud and trying to show off for the camera, but it's just so socially awkward. It was like, it wasn't Schadenfreude. It was what they call it, Fremdscham. That's that secondhand embarrassment you get. I think the German word is Fremdscham. Fremdschaden, it's the secondhand cringe. And watching Chantal in that St. Patrick's Day video where she was talking loud and trying to be funny like she was the life of the party, and you could tell nobody liked her, nobody wanted to talk to her, and it was embarrassing. I was embarrassed for her, and she really had no clue. She thought she was all that in a bag of chips.
That's his major goal in life.
Exactly.
I know people think it's to get to Canada, but they're wrong.
Oh my God, Foodles with Carly Steele.
He wants to travel the world with me.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even watch. So when Chantal was filming with Carly Steele, I never watched that complete video because it was it made me so uncomfortable. Like, my God, woman, do you not see how cringe this is? Please, for the love of all things that are holy, please stop. It was just, oof.
I want to go to, I would like to travel.
It was so bad.
And volunteer, you can go to
I definitely have Schadenfreude at her misery too. So it's Fremdschad.
I don't know. It would be dangerous, but if I was super fit, I would totally risk it and go volunteer in the Syrian.
if I was super fit, I would risk it and go volunteer in Syria. Okay, that's a lie. Chantal has never willingly volunteered to do anything for anybody ever. When she would go take her grandma grocery shopping, we saw those old videos. Grandma would take her to lunch and buy her stuff. That's all it was. Okay. Katima Vic, she was made to do that. She says, oh, that was a year. No, it was 7 months total, bitch, and nobody could stand you. Me, we saw Mummy had to leave her $5 to get her to load the dishwasher. She wouldn't even go feed the cats. What she did is she grifted off of the VI bidiots to give her money to buy food for Julia, and she happened to go out in public a couple times and throw food on the ground for her own benefit so she could get brownie points. Chantal is one of the most self-centered, unaltruistic people on the planet. She is truly, truly. That's how come she can't even have friends, because she gives no fucks about anybody. So if I was fit, I would go volunteer. That is a lie. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that is like nearly as big of a lie as the earth is flat. Okay? Put a 1. The earth is flat, and Chantal 1,000% would be volunteering her time to help others if she was fit. Put a 2 if you think she's just completely and totally full of shit from stem to stern. Literally.
I would like to travel.
I would like to travel.
And volunteer, like, you know, like you can go to like elephant sanctuaries and volunteer, or I don't know, it would be dangerous, but if I was super fit, I would like totally risk it and go volunteer in like the Syrian camps, or
it's a lie.
I don't know, like big goals like that. But
That's
I feel
a lie.
really like my life is wasted if I'm not helping people. For me to
okay, you can call me terrible. I am to the point now where just looking at it from a cost-benefit ratio, I don't wish ill on people, but the world at this point would be a better place without somebody like Chantal. She uses the resources, she eats the resources for 4 to 5 people on a daily basis. And the amount of garbage she generates, and the amount of medical care she has required in the past and she's going to is she is a societal leech, and she gives nothing back to anybody. And so, you know, if you just look at it at a cost-benefit ratio, somebody like Chantal, you know, just if you are balancing the scale, somebody like her adds nothing. The world is nonplussed from somebody like her. And there are starving families of 4 or 5 in Kuwait that could be properly fed on what she eats in a day.
Help other people, I have to help myself first.
Yeah. So
I want to do something to.
No, she doesn't.
To help people who, you know.
Chantal, a thought.
Really need.
I know I'm getting kind of mean, but a thought not followed by an action means nothing is going to change. Chantal is fundamentally an incredibly lazy person. She is not willing to be uncomfortable. She wants what she wants. I say this all the time. She wants what she wants, and she wants it right now. And it's all about her. So until she is at a place where she realizes that the universe does not revolve around her, she was going to continue to be a societal leech. So, and I don't think she's ever going to change.
Lotus, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, she's a waste of just everything.
I don't want to ruin my battery.
Hey, Ruthie, good to see you.
Yeah, ballpark.
Thank you, Megan. Yeah, Ennis.
Start smaller. Well, starting smaller would be getting a grip on a health journey.
Yeah, no. Starting small would be something like stop eating enough food for 4 people every given day, or even just stop handing out medical information on the internet, you know, or, you know, set up a payment plan for your taxes in Canada, because all that free medical care, it wasn't free. People paying taxes paid for that. And like right now, I can guarantee you, she's still getting her mail and everything at SME's and claiming she's there so she can continue to mooch off the Canadian taxpayers. She's a 41-year-old woman with no reason why she shouldn't be gainfully employed, except for she has eaten herself, into near immobility, but she's not immobile. She chooses to not do anything because she's lazy. She chooses to not pay her bills. She gives nothing, and all she does is take. And Foodie isn't disabled, okay? She's not disabled. She's lazy.
Peace, frog. So, but
Nirvana, I think she's going to stop this behavior when finally she either
I don't
has
think it's unattainable if I
a
can
stroke
get
or some kind of heart attack or loses a limb. Like it's I think Chantal her family will continue to enable her, and as long as she has the funds to continue doing what she's doing, Salad's going to let her. So I think the only thing that's going to actually stop Chantal is going to be some kind of medical emergency. But the thing is, she has abused her body for so long, I don't think it's going to be anything that will be reversible. I think her next big medical emergency, it's going to be something major. There's not going to be any coming back from it, and I think she's going to cost the Canadian taxpayers dearly, and then she probably will end up disabled, and trying to, and she'll, of course, she'll milk that for all it's worth with the VI idiots. But Chantal, I know she's just, and the people that in her chat that are all buddy with her, I find them to just be stupid or willfully ignorant overall. But my opinion on Chantal is she truly serves as the poster child of how not to live your life. Like, ask yourself, what would Foodie do? And then do the opposite, and you're probably sitting pretty. And yeah, I know it's like, well, if you don't like it, don't watch her. Once again, I'll say this, she is my Game of Thrones, right? Season 6, season 7, and then season 8 was terrible, but we had invested the time and energy, and we just wanted to know how it was going to turn out. And that is why I am now here, is I want to see how it's going to turn out. And people say, well, she never, karma never gets her. When's she going to get her karma? And I'll say this. First of all, karma is something that happens in your next life, but I'm talking Western karma. Is she's living it right now. Regardless of what she says, she is living a very miserable existence. So she can lie to herself all she wants, but there's those times where she's sitting alone at night, and the panic sets in, because like if her views go down much more, she's going to lose Salad because she's not going to have the income. If Quake catches up to her, she's going to get booted, and we all know her trying to live in Canada, she's going to be hard pressed. She could live in some piece of shit trailer park, but she can't afford to eat the way she wants to eat. So you can't tell me there isn't a certain level of anxiety that the walls are closing in. My opinion.
Yes. Like, because, and also I say that because like I said, one of the times I felt the most alive in my life was Katimavik, and I always bring that back.
Yeah.
Because it had such a big impact on.
No, the reason you talk about it is because realistically, it's the only time you got your fat ass out of Ontario and went and actually did anything. That is why you continually talk about it. It was 7 months of you being forced to volunteer because the court and your mother was just kind of trying to get you whipped into shape. And so it was pointless. By your own admission, she was lazy while she was there.
Like my life. And
she did nothing.
I volunteered.
She gave nothing.
40 hours a week of my time for free. And I felt so good,
Yeah, no, you didn't. You feel good about it now because you can talk about it and pat yourself on the back. You did no good for the world, Chantal.
Thanks,
In
Mom.
fact, if anything, you were probably that one person that volunteered where they gave you the most mundane tasks to just try to keep you busy because you're such a drama queen that you probably detracted from everybody else's experience. We even heard you say, like, you'd get mad when you didn't get to sit up front, and you'd get mad, if you didn't get your way.
Change takes practice.
She's not a giving
habits on,
person. She's not a kind person. She's not a thoughtful person.
No, you can't buy here, living eye roll.
Right, Chow?
Language is powerful.
Exactly, Cherub Butter.
Yeah, that's true, YouTube lover.
Oh, Barry, you have a
Just
migraine?
don't
I'm
jump
sorry.
into restricting. It never works out for me.
Exactly, main
That's
character.
for sure. Fousey Tube. Do you know who Fousey Tube is?
Okay.
He just did.
So, Bo Barry, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm really sorry. As you know, I suffer from migraines, and when I was younger, I always just thought migraines were bad headaches. My sister used to get migraines bad enough. She would call me. She would get bloody noses from her migraines. Like, it was no joke. And I just thought they were bad headaches. Oh my God, migraines, they are not headaches. They are. So I'm really sorry, Barry Bowberry. You're probably already gone, but just, man, get some sleep, and I hope your rescue meds work. I really do.
Making my own bread, yeah.
Really
Hey, Jackie. He just did a 30-day water fast.
Yeah, crazy cat
he
lady.
was
Migraines
so frumpy and looked so unhealthy, and now he's like ripped. He looks so healthy, and I'm so jealous because that's always been my goal, is like fasting, but I can never do it.
Who is she talking about? Chantal can't even eat. Chantal can't even go 24 hours eating the amount of food that a 5'1", 41-year-old woman should eat, which is, at her age, no uterus. We're talking like, and she's sedentary. She should eat 14, maybe 1,500 calories a day maximum. That's one meal for her. Yeah, migraines are brutal.
PCA. I don't know, Ethan. But I have to get healthy before I can volunteer.
You're not going to get healthy, Chantal. I think this is as good as it gets.
Wait, has a lot of volunteering? Probably.
Yeah, probably. But, and, believe it or not, even disabled people, there are things you can do to volunteer as even disabled that needs to stay home. There are always volunteering opportunities anywhere. And the reason she doesn't know about any of this stuff is because she's not interested in giving to anybody. And number two, a lot of volunteer organizations, especially in a culture like Kuwait, she would only be allowed to be around women. And we all know how much Foodles loves other women.
It's 170 over 17 months. Wow, I roll. That sounds so simple, right? Like, it sounds more attainable than anything.
So I even did that one time. A volunteer that I worked with anyway, his wife, she was the head of a group at the church, and they knitted hats for homeless people and stuff like that. And I helped with that, and I would just sit there in the evening, and there is always something you can do to help other people, help be it, whatever little bit. But Chantal's not interested.
Stay under a certain amount of calories, and 1,800 is not too bad. And then walk
exactly,
once a day.
Nirvana.
That seems like something I should start with. You inspire me.
She is a loser. Foodie really is. Okay, I'll stop pausing, but you'll notice in my vlogs, like, anybody that's been here knows, and this isn't me power leveling, but the reason I did Vlogtober and then Vlogvember and then Vlogmas that first year in 2022 was because Foodles, and then I don't watch ALR, but they both always had an excuse why they couldn't do Vlogtober and why it fell through, and just, how hard it was and stuff. And so I said, okay, I'm going to prove that you can vlog every single day you know, for a month, and then I did 2 months, and then I did Vlogmas, and then let's see if I can do a year. But it all started out as to be like, there really is no excuse. If you put your mind to something, you can do that thing. And here we are 2.5 years later. But you'll notice in my older ones where I always be like making the bed, I didn't used to make my bed every day. I really didn't. I couldn't be bothered. But I remember looking at Chantal's room, and her bed was always a mess, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to start making my bed. And there are so many little things in my life, for like, you know, days where I just don't feel good, but you know, I take a shower and get dressed, because it was like, what would Chantal do? Well, she would sit there and in her own filth. I'm going to bathe. So as I've said a billion times, she serves as a motivation. Chantal, you know, Chantal serves as like as the example of how not to live your life. And maybe that sounds terrible, but it's true. So, you know, she's a cautionary tale. Yeah, exactly,
I really
Megan.
could care less.
If she
I don't hear
had
what
gone
they
to the
say about me.
mosque
I don't watch them.
once, she would have already been
So-
signed up for working a free.
Out of
Exactly,
sight, out of mind.
Ruthie. Chantal has never gone to it. She's never done anything.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll let this finish playing. I'm
But it
talking
is weird
too
for
much.
people who
Oh, I'll speed it up.
apparently
Oh my
have
God.
a channel about Christ, or like, you know, promoting Christianity.
Oh,
So
that's
hateful, yeah. And that's why I'm like, even with me with Islam, yeah, totally. I don't want to be that kind of person, you know.
And then Chantal saying she converted to Islam, but she used to be a Christian. Chantal was never a Christian. She was never a practicing Christian. She doesn't know any of the holidays. She knows nothing about it. She knows even less about the Jewish religion. So just take everything she says with a grain of salt, because she doesn't know what she's talking about. She does not get to speak as a Christian that converted to Islam.
So I appreciate what
Exactly,
you're saying,
Enola.
Okay. Thank you, long story short. Just go for walks and don't vlog it, yeah.
I need to figure out what to do
yeah,
on this.
I don't know. I'm just not in the mood to vlog, like, much.
Yeah.
Like, you know, every time we go out, like, why,
Just-
you know?
Okay,
Every time I go to the store.
I'm going to say the reason she's not in the mood to vlog much, and I'll tell you as somebody who does vlog every day, believe it or not, it takes energy. You know, you got to set up the camera, you got to hold it, you got to video it. Is the angle right? Is the light okay? Is it in frame? Is something, you know, is there a loud noise? Did you bang? And then you got to put it together, and you have to edit it. So live streaming, believe it or not, well, for me, it's not super easy, because I got to set it up in the kitchen, and I have to break it down because of Junior and Mr. Grebo. But in general, it's not that hard for her. She hits live and just blah, runs her mouth. But to actually pre-record vlogs, even though mine are just shorts, it takes a lot of work. Like, on a good day, I'll spend, you know, unless it's one where I just record like one thing and upload that with music because I can't be bothered. But in general, you know, I spend 2 to 4 hours a day, you know, filming, editing, the light, just, it takes a lot of work. So that is why Chantal can't be bothered to film vlogs or to do pre-records, because remember, she used to do those, and you know, they were every now and then. But once she could start going live, she stopped doing pre-recorded because they take a lot more effort.
Maybe once in a while. But, I don't know.
That's slander. She knows the holidays, right? Thank you, Megan.
Biryani, no. Did you, Shalini?
Thanks, Ruthie. It's getting to be spring. I'll be in the garden more.
Yeah, Jarell, exactly. Yeah. Julia, need your good vibes for my exam tomorrow. Eid Mubarak. Thank you,
Thanks,
and good
Nirvana.
vibes sent your way.
Word, right?
4-letter
4-letter word.
Good results. No Duncan? Not today, SB. I wanted a mocha from Latifa.
So,
More videos.
put a 1 in the chat if you think she had that Taco Bell mukbang theater pre-record before she left the apartment, and that's why she's not hungry and she's not getting off quickly to go eat. Put a 2 if you think no, she probably recorded the Taco Bell after this. I'm a 1. I think she recorded the Taco Bell theater thing before she had to go sit in a parking lot waiting for salad to let her go home.
Not less. I want to do, if I do vlogs, I want it to be like something interesting, not just going to the store.
I just got here, says Ruth.
Unless you guys like that. Hey, Jessica.
Yeah, it's not quite spring weather yet. Yep, all ones. Sorry about the noise.
You guys want to go for a drive or what?
Yeah, she's just trying to kill time.
An easy breezy exam tomorrow. Just because I want to turn the AC on so bad. It's so freaking. Hey, Artie. I don't know how much beating time I have before Salah, actually. Probably maybe an hour.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to sew on this.
I have to go so close up because I'm short, but I have a big tummy, so.
She just referred to it as a tummy. Chantal, you have a huge, massive stomach. You have a hanging apron, and you have a 40-pound fat ball for your pubis mons.
I got a coffee and I drank it already.
She doesn't have a
tummy.
too much
sugar. I'm like in diabetic denial. That's my last mocha. Like for real life. Just a lot today. I'm like, my last mocha.
Right, Nirvana?
Full sugar one anyway.
Yeah.
I get like sugar free, but
these are all lies. And here's the deal. Her diabetes.
Those expensive coffees altogether.
Her type 2 diabetes doesn't care. It's not like her family where they're like, oh, okay, cutie. I'm telling you, these continued bad choices are going to catch up with her.
Because
eventually, soon, I would
literally you just peed them out like 2 hours later. Let's go shopping. Shopping! You think I want to go to malls? You know how busy it is on E? That's what most people do is go to malls and eat on E. There's so many people out right now. Dollar store's fine, Zach. It's not. We don't have dollar stores here. Like we have store. Like yeah, we don't even have one dinar store.
Dinar. It's dinar, moron.
That's good, tell you.
God, tell me your white trash without telling me your white trash.
Hello, Kika.
And I live in a trailer park. I know trailer trash. Oh yeah, I've got bees on the other one.
My windows are up.
Here.
Are my windows up? That's why. See you!
Moron in the medical sense.
Take this exactly. To Sephora. I'm on a tight budget, SB.
Which means salad won't let her waste the money.
Around people.
Unless people buy her junk food.
Let's shop around till we see.
I need to finish my
something we like.
That patch I did with Starry Nights too. I need to get that done.
Be like, this is broken.
Yeah, she's just killing time. She's bored.
Kimmy. What's good with vibes? Okay, guys, check out how busy it is here. Okay. Hey, Angela.
Sorry about the crinkling noise. Oh no, I have this on top chat. I might have been missing.
That beeping means somebody was behind me.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, we're gonna circle around. I want to show you how busy it is.
Diabetes do not care, Chow Mein. Guys,
really I can't read the chat. So talk amongst yourselves.
She is, Nirvana, just a disgrace.
Can you see okay, or should I clean
You know the diabetic retinopathy, and I've talked before about your loops of Henle and your kidneys, and
I don't know if
once you the difference is like if you know her liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, you know, you can kind of get around that. The liver will replace itself, but kidneys, man, once they're blown out, there's no coming back from it. There just isn't. You know, and watching somebody die that when the dialysis doesn't work anymore it's brutal. And that's what she's doing.
Message me in here or on my phone or both. See, people they just sit in the grass.
Ooh, that's a good idea, Megan.
Oh, that's an old car. What brand is that? Honda. I have to clean out the car, like. So I was like, why are there so many water bottles?
Yep, pancreas and kidneys.
I was feeding. Oh, is that Hero? That's Hero. Is that Hero?
Nobody cares.
Is that Hero? It is Hero.
Nobody cares.
Want to go feed Hero? He's waiting for the scraps. People's scraps. That little bugger. It's Hero.
God, she's a
Where's the cat food? Ah. It's humid. People are gonna be out here until get your revenge. People are gonna be out here until very late. And it's humid. Oh my gosh. Whew.
Yeah, she's hanging out by the guys. She's
Oh,
trying to
dog.
get. She's watching the guys play in the.
There's a cat. Is that Hero? I'll put some cat food, see if they come. Kitty. Hi. What?
She doesn't care about.
Are you gonna bite me? Okay, hold on.
And that's something else I was talking about. It's like none of these cats have been vaccinated, so you get like feline leukemia, which is, you know, it's spread through saliva and stuff, and so she's letting these cats stick their head in this bag of food where they slobber and stuff when they get excited to eat, and then she's moving it between populations. So if a population of cats doesn't have some of the diseases, Chantal is spreading it around. It's just, I have thoughts.
Hi. Don't bite me, okay? Is that Hero? Good kitty.
She is.
Yeah.
She's dumb.
People in the grass. People playing ball.
Let's see. No.
Enjoy your food. He's gonna bite me.
I'm going to use these two colors. It's a light blue and like a peachy orange on this patch right here, I think.
That was Hero, I think, wasn't it? The Hero was more friendly. I don't know.
What is like this?
Maybe he set some boundaries.
Yeah, like she's killing time because salads, you know, she can't go home.
Should I get the dog food?
She's absolutely
He's
massive.
eating the cat food.
Let's see.
I have dog food.
Yeah, dogs will eat cat food because I think it's considered higher quality.
Hey.
Well, and cats,
Oh.
not that anybody cares, but cats are obligate carnivores, so, you know, you can't do filler in their food, like with corn and stuff. It's not good for them.
Okay, hold on.
God, I can't stand the
big dog.
starving animals. It really bothers me. And have you seen how it looks around? She's living in, you know, immigrant housing, and it's just
I have dog food.
filthy.
Come here, Kelba.
Oh, thank you, Megan.
I have dog food. Yes, I do. You want some dog food? Hey. Hi. You want?
Oh no, I hope your brother's okay, Jocelyn's
Where can I
mom.
put the dog food? Hi. You want some dog food?
Yeah, right? Her pronunciations are just infuriating.
You got him. What are you doing? You want some cat food? What?
She's tired
Hero.
from
What?
walking. She gets
What?
winded bending over.
What? You want to come home?
Yeah, just.
Sorry, it's
Oh,
sleeping, but
is it okay if I forward past this? Put a one. In fact, I can't. I cannot with the
we could be heroes.
with the cats. I just.
We could be heroes. Those dog boobs.
Yeah, she's talking about stray dogs. She's just vile. Just absolutely vile. Okay, I think she's done. Yeah, I can't with her and the
Sorry?
starving
You want any
animals.
Oh no, I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, what was that? Oh, just somebody. Was it some Kuwaiti saw a super morbidly obese grandmother struggling to walk across the parking lot and came to make sure she was okay? Let's see what that is. Oh, thank you, Nirvana. Good colors. She is repulsive. She really is.
Oh, hold on, sorry.
You want any help?
Sorry?
You want any help?
Oh no, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because can you imagine if you saw somebody that was struggling and going, I'd be like, oh, you gonna drop right here? Do you need some help? That's pretty sad. 41 years old. Yeah, she's not talking about this. She's probably embarrassed.
Help with what? Like,
Yeah.
do I look like I need help with my life? Do I look
Walking?
that pitiful?
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
Doesn't
you
make
do,
sense.
Chantal.
People are nice here.
No, people think you're gonna drop. Can you imagine? I mean, she
I don't know why I do a random finger snap.
exhausted.
Make sure it's
She gets
Oh, no,
winded
nothing was
getting into her
like
vehicle.
food. Cat food. He's just sweet. Yeah, people are nice. Do you need any help?
That wasn't somebody being nice. That was somebody concerned that
Oh,
somebody
look
was
down.
going to drop right in
Yeah,
front
that's
of
not
them.
polite.
Like, hey, do you need help?
I hear the cat.
That's what that was. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's what it was. Put a 2 if it's like,
I don't know,
no, it's just being friendly.
Oh, feeding the strays? Maybe. Go bring him a cat food, but I'm a brave woman.
Yeah.
Thanks, Linda.
Yeah, everybody, he was afraid she was going to drop. She looked
maybe he
hungry,
thought it was
that's
my
why
cat
he
and I was
offered
trying to
help.
get it. Ah. I was just confused. Like, what do I need help with? Do I look that pitiful?
You
Yes.
do. You look like a super morbidly
Really?
obese, middle-aged train wreck that's in basically a hefty bag-sized clothing, gasping for air, trying to walk across a parking lot. It's like, man, are you okay? Do you need help? I bet you she was probably breathing very loud, gasping.
We did go for lunch. Kuwait City. We went early enough because we know the time.
That's okay,
If you go
Ruthie.
to Kuwait City right now,
I do that all the time.
there's
Yeah.
this brunch place that Salah wanted to take me to for a while now. A little out of breath,
A little out of breath.
but he didn't want me to like.
He didn't
Film
want
everything,
you
just
to
us,
drop
you know.
dead of a heart attack
We're gonna
right
try to do more
there.
dates, just us. But we want to do couples content, but we're just
Let's-
not sure. Like,
let's
film
see
or anything,
this.
just us. You know?
Look, she's sweating.
We're gonna try to do more dates, just
Yeah,
us.
yeah, look at that.
But we want to do couples content, but we're
She
just
is,
not sure. Like
she
what,
is moist.
Like what? You know?
She
We've
is
already shed a lot of weight.
glistening. from that little
There are
bit of
still things to
walking.
see, but
Yeah. And she's not going to
That's like
bathe,
the
and I
one
can
on
guarantee
time.
you she's sweaty. God, I can
looks
only
like I had a lip
imagine.
filler.
Her clothes are probably really bad.
Thanks, kindness first.
I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell too, Megan. We're both going to hell.
What did we have? It was like different, like brunchy kind of things. Like mostly like Arabic.
Arabic. Mostly like
But they had
Arabic.
this really good like eggs bent.
Boy, that's a foodie for you. What'd you have? Oh, brunchy stuff. Mostly Arabic. That's the equivalent of, so I'm from Alaska, right? We've got more miles of coastline than the entire continental United States. It's a big fucking state. But people will hear I'm from Alaska and they're like, oh, I know a guy from Alaska. Mike. They're like, yeah, Mike. And I'm like, do you know him? Oh, yeah, Mike from Alaska. So, but yeah, that is in line with Chantal saying, brunchy stuff. Arabic food. What does that even mean?
Dish. Because Salah's never had that.
She's a genius.
So we shared that also.
She is, chow mein.
It is.
She is in hell.
This is the best
She's living it.
plumper ever. It's the Too Faced one. I gotta get it again, but it's expensive. I might have to get it anyway.
She's hinting
the lip gal.
She wants somebody to buy it for her.
It is really good for relationships to have your own private time, Really, Breeza?
So, if it's good to have your own private time in a relationship, Foodie has the most healthy relationship on the planet because Salad only sees her when he's contractually obligated. Oh, thanks, Colleen with a K. Hey, Grigribo, love the late night discussions. Well, thanks. Thank you. And I'm probably getting close to that $100 mark where YouTube will give me the money. The kitties, thank you. Because we all know the kitties are going to get treats. The kitties, and maybe if there's anything left, I'll get some yarn. Thank you.
It's the watermelon.
I'm glad you're here.
Plumper. It's so good. I love it. Like, it burns.
It burns when she pees.
There's a lot of people out today.
Yeah, look at the shifty side eye.
How are you? All right. Well, we saw a dog, which was really awesome because I like the dogs. I think dogs are cute.
Yeah, she's going to have a hard time flying.
Hey, Mike. What's going on?
So real quick, it's like two...
face plumper. Yeah.
So first of all, look where those glasses sit. Like, her glasses, her face is so fat. When she puts her glasses on, these should be sitting right there. Hers sit up like this. Like, because her face is so big. Yeah, and so to get into Kuwait, Foodie needs to have a return ticket somewhere. So she still has a return ticket to Canada. The last time she flew into Kuwait, when she came back, after Christmas. So she has a return ticket. But so every time she goes home to Canada, she needs to buy another round trip. Other than that, she's border hopping, trying to do it on the cheap. But yeah, I think Foodie, like I said, is she can lie to her audience all she wants, but she's getting to the point where flying is, getting close to being near impossible, in my opinion. Sorry, I forgot to push play.
It burns. Gonna jump in the shower and go to work again. Gotta make $1.
She doesn't fit in her shower, in her bathroom.
My Ulta card. Yeah, you gotta get it. Your skincare? I wish I could get Top Chef skincare. It's like $80 per item. I've just been using my Clinique.
I think she's low-key hinting to the Beezers they need to give her money.
Stuff, but I still have body stuff.
Yeah, I think that, or maybe for Smee to hear.
Friend Zeke. It is good to get out, yeah.
She's just
habanero pepper oil.
Yeah, she's just sitting there waiting for Salad to let her come home.
What? Add Vaseline to with peppers. That's a good idea. I could save like $30.
Yep.
You're welcome.
E-begging hound lover. Okay, Princess Alyssa, thank you for
What? That's what you
modding.
use?
I appreciate it. Have a really good night, okay?
Thank you.
Sweet dreams. Everybody tell Princess Alyssa good night. Hey, EP. What? Oh, I think this is over because, so hold on, it's on the farm, so here's the second part of it.
Olive Young, Korea's largest store. Hey, Miss Chad. No, snail mucus. It broke me out. Kids are still awake. It's like 11:30. Kanafa and baklava.
I'm just talking about
I had
food.
some bala al-sham yesterday.
Yeah, it's good to
Didn't
see
have
you,
kanafa,
EP.
but we had some Arabic sweets.
Yeah, I just kind of randomly came on. I've been sitting here sewing, and we're catching up on foodies
Those are my
videos.
favorite. Some mamoud. I know I'm not a huge lover of kanafa, like the cheese one.
Yeah,
And I love cheese, but
the only words she knows are food words, and she's sitting in her car waiting for Salad to text her and tell her she could come home. She just, not that long ago did that massive feeder Taco Bell mukbang, and she's sitting there talking about food. My God, if I ate that much, I wouldn't be able to think about food for a week.
For some reason, I don't love kanafa. I don't know why.
Okay, good night, Nirvana. Thank you for being here.
Watch a set. Ah,
Yeah,
sometimes on
we're not going to be on that much longer tonight. So, sweet dreams, Nirvana. But I'm glad EP and Hat Lover showed up.
But you don't see what I do with my whole life.
We don't see what you do with your life. Okay, you're either filming yourself eating
I keep everyone
alive.
in my personal life off camera. Even my husband right now.
Or she's sleeping.
So.
Like, we see your life, Foodles.
Welcome on, little Josie.
Not to mention, it's just like, we see your life. We see her life. We know what her life is.
Okay, we're gonna go for a drive. Get ready.
Do you think she's trying to get closer to home because Salad texted her? Or do you think she's trying to get closer to home so when he does text, she can just go home and eat?
Like Ricardo doesn't do the crying noise. He was putting on a persona, yeah.
She has no life. Yep.
Thank you.
She thinks we're stupid.
We're driving. Cinnamon? We're just gonna go around. I don't know. It's busy though, the streets. You know?
Yeah, she has nowhere to be. Nowhere to go.
Hey, Vicky, my seatbelt not yet, but it will be. Loving the palm trees, so pretty. Yeah, they are really pretty here. I don't know.
Another crotch ripped out. Ugh.
They are, yeah.
All right, we've been live for an hour and 15 minutes. We'll go for 15 more minutes, and then we'll call it a night.
360 camera on point?
Yeah.
No?
So, because at this point...
The cats, the dogs.
Oh, thanks, Jocelyn, Mom. Yeah, I figured I haven't seen...
A dog
I just go home and eat, right? I hadn't seen this, so I just wanted to watch it with somebody and get some sewing done. So I don't have anything important to say. I'm just gonna sit here and keep saying the same insults over and over to her. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm talking over her.
An animal in Arabic is a hayawan for a male, a hayawana for a female. It's also a major insult.
Oh, look at that.
Say to somebody,
she knows the insults.
Enti hayawana. Don't do that. That's not very nice. There, he learned. I saw on TikTok this Arab guy was like kind of joking around, but he was like, what to say to your lover in Arabic?
Put a 1 if you think she spends most of her waking hours. She's not live streaming, just watching TikTok.
Like, what? No.
Put a 2 if you think no.
In very big trouble.
She spends most of her time watching movies. I'm a 1. I think she spends most of her waking time watching TikTok.
Ayuni means my eyes.
Because it requires less thinking.
Hayati, my world. Only my soul. Or something. I don't know.
Yep, lots of 1s.
Only is the same thing. Is Hayati? Yalla. Very busy. I'm gonna get beeped at for not foraging in and almost getting
That's
killed.
yeah, hound lover. So she Googles herself constantly, but when she's not Googling herself, she's then watching TikTok.
I don't know, I'm learning.
Oh, I just unthreaded my needle. Damn it. I was trying to use up a bit this last little bit of thread. Damn it.
Tell us.
Damn it.
Tell us. There's nobody at the beach where Harry was going, married or what?
Damn it. Yeah, Ruthie. She's watching something on TV while scrolling TikTok. Yep, you nailed it, Ruthie. She definitely searches her name, Ennis.
Sorry, the quality is probably not the greatest.
Has anybody else got any crafts out? Okay, let's try this again. I've got this little short piece of, I hate wasting thread, so I've got like, this is stupid, but look at this. Yeah, like you could finish sewing with this, but I have a hard time throwing away the thread, so I stick the needle in the top of my sewing kit and I let it sit there until I finally, man up and throw it away.
All right, guys. Let's see what's up ahead here.
Yeah, she's waiting for salad to text her.
I'm doing 74.
She is a scary driver. Hey, Shannon. CG, good to see you. Suzanne, the Swedish yarn hooker, good to see you. Thanks for being here. That is something I want to talk about because her legs are so short. We've seen it where she has to pull her seat clear up. And I don't think she can actually get close enough where she can comfortably, push her foot down like this. I think she drives on her tippy toes. I think she gets as close as she can, but I think her stomach, her lower, her apron rubs on the bottom of that steering wheel, and then she leans back like this. We've seen it, and she drives with her tippy toes because she can't physically get close enough to, sorry, I'm trying to get my skirt organized so I can sit. She can't physically get close enough to the pedals because her legs are so short. And then we've seen when she turns where she goes, like that, like she can't physically turn to look behind her. And when she tries to turn, her apron and her arms are impeded by the fat. She is an incredibly unsafe driver. She doesn't have a seatbelt on, so she did have to try to swerve real quick. If she did jerk one way, let's say she was able to do this, because she doesn't have a seatbelt to lock her in, she did this, and it turns this way, it would throw her, and then she would lose control of the vehicle because she's not stabilized, in where she can continue to control the wheel. Not to mention, I really honestly think she's driving with her tippy toes because she can't physically get close enough to the pedals because she's incredibly large. I mean, she is like 5.5 feet around. She is huge. Very dangerous.
You always hit the red light. Hey, everybody.
Oh, nice. Blue Daisy, a mechanical pencil. Those are awesome, I bet. Yeah, Foodie is extremely dangerous. She shouldn't be driving. No, she really shouldn't be driving. And so you can use an international driver's license, but I'm pretty sure that those are only legal for a year.
Times that by 4.
So it'll be interesting to see after a year's up.
So,
Just
like what, 600?
anybody remember when did she start driving? When did exactly did she start driving? Because I'll be very curious to see what happens at that 1 year mark. So if anybody knows ballpark when she started driving, I should know. I'm sure I know somewhere, but I just so much irrelevant drivel with her. She lies so often; it's hard to keep up.
Why am I in this lane?
But we saw it the other day where she was answering chat, not paying attention to the road. She's
I'm
going
getting used to the driving here.
She's going to hit somebody. She's going to hurt somebody. She's something. So
Just past Bazooka.
I am curious though. When did she start driving? And if nobody knows, somebody will remind me on one of my comments to look it up so we can keep track what happens after that 1 year mark. Because I'm pretty sure. And, I'm not some international traveler whiz, but I'm pretty sure you have to put in through your own consulate. You can get an international driver's license. It's good for a year. But the fact that she's continually gone from Canada, like I said, I think you can get a year, and then, you know, if she keeps getting it, then it's gonna, you know, further prove she's not spending any time in Canada and that her mom is letting her get mail there. Probably illegally, pretending she's there. So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Are we stuck in traffic? What if Salah messages me?
She's been driving for 9 months.
It
hasn't been 9 months.
I would never do that. I would get arrested. I don't think I would get arrested, but...
Or does she have 9 months left? She's been driving for
There's a lot
about
of people out right now.
3 months.
What does this say in Arabic on the right? Anybody?
Hey,
Me?
Monty, good to see you. Yeah, she started driving before Christmas. I remember that. But it seems like she wasn't driving at Halloween because Salad had to take her to the Halloween store.
Oh, no, be careful. Let's see what's here. What's this?
She's obviously checked out the entire city so well, she doesn't know what's there.
What you say? What you say? People do a lot of family activities here. You know?
People with
Well, there's a
families.
little roller coaster. Look at it. Should I try to fit on it? There's no way I will.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't
Look at this for
fit.
kids.
You're huge, Chantal.
Let's go down that big slide.
You wouldn't.
What are these
fit.
rides? You want to just go have a walk around and see? But it's all children. Oh no, I'm allergic.
Good for you, Ruth. Yeah, Jeeps are
I'm
cool.
allergic to kids, sorry. This is all for kids. Look at.
Yeah, I get it, crazy cat lady. Creativity can be.
Yeah, this is a kid's land.
So my problem is I get overwhelmed trying to pick colors to do stuff, and then I just can't do anything.
Well, there's
I have a
games.
huge problem.
There's games. You
Is
wanna
she
play a
going
game?
the wrong way?
Oh, I have a 20 on me, KD, which is like $100 or so. I don't know if they have change for that. You wanna get a treat? A carnival treat?
So, real quick.
You wanna go to the magic?
So you want to get a treat. So I think we had this conversation last time. A treat. Here, I'm going to read you the exact definition. But a treat is something you get to reward yourself. You've worked hard, you know, and you've gone without, and so you get a thing, you know, as a prize. Okay? Yeah. Behave toward or deal with in a certain way. Oh no, that's treated. I'm looking for treat. An event or item that is out of the ordinary and gives great pleasure. Okay, so Chantal saying she's going to get a treat, an event or item that is out of the ordinary and gives great pleasure. Chantal cannot get a sweet treat because she never goes without food she craves and loves. And so the meaning of a treat is it's pointless. It's a word, and call me pedantic, but Chantal cannot treat herself because that would require her it to be out of the ordinary. And can anybody think of the last time that Chantal truly went without something she wanted regarding food, you know? I can't.
You want to get a treat?
Yeah, it's not a treat, Cupcake. It's just another day in
Do you want to walk around and
Chantopolis.
see? Or do you want to go to the Magic Mall? You guys choose.
Yeah, she already had donuts this week. Right, Shannon?
The entrance is where? Oh, over here.
Crazy
Magic
Cat Lady, I
Land.
feel you. I've got a ton of
I think
stuff
it's closing.
started but not finished.
Use the bathroom.
Yep. Yeah, Chantal, it's not
Do you
a
have washroom
treat.
here?
It's just not a treat.
Oh my gosh, it's
It's-
so busy here.
It's not out of the
But I
ordinary.
think you have to pay to get in, and I don't want to. I see a ticket booth, look. Yeah, there's a ticket booth. You
Yeah,
have to
tell
pay
me you're
to
broke
get
without telling me you're broke.
in. I'm not paying. No way.
I think that the
Okay, this is
payment
chaos.
she's making for
Why is this guy
the
standing?
bankruptcy is based on the average of what she made last
Yeah,
year.
I'm moving.
But her videos are not even cracking 10,000 views now at this point. Like, her views are down about 35%, so she's making less. You know, so
What
I
is she
think
beeping at? Like, where do you want me to go?
money is tight. Oh shit! I just
Like,
yeah. They want you to.
they're going the wrong way or what?
No, you're probably going the wrong way, dumbass.
Oh, they're beeping at the people to stop. Okay. I understand.
No, you don't. You understand nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna let this impatient person go. Why did we come here?
Because you wanted a treat. Because you wanted to stuff your face, Foodles. Because you have nothing to do.
I get road rage.
Because
Okay.
your fake husband is at home and hasn't told you it's okay for you to come back yet. So
Alright,
you
okay.
are killing time.
Wow, see how busy it is? It's like insane.
It's not insane. It's what happens at public attractions. People show up.
Wow.
Okay.
It's for kids. Pretty much. So, I see a ticket booth. I'm like, nope, I'm not paying to get in there.
Yeah, Chantal set up a repayment for her
Alright, we're good.
bankruptcy.
Let's go see what the Magic Mall is like up the street.
She still needs to deal with her taxes, though. That'll be fun.
No, because what happened was there was this car with two women behind me, this like SUV, and they were beeping, beeping, beeping. Oh, there's Magic Mall. We're here. Oh. And I think what they were beeping at, I thought they were beeping at me to move, but I couldn't because there was a car coming. So what I think it was she was beeping at the people coming the opposite way to stop and let her go.
Hey,
That's what it was.
Lydia, thanks for being
Because I'm like,
here.
I can't go. Like, there's cars coming.
Yeah,
Magic
she
Mall
is.
closed?
She's paying off that second bankruptcy, but
What the heck?
she's paying on based her income
Yeah, I know,
last
I'm
year,
sure
and her
you guys
income this year, her, like I said,
Do you wonder why
in
I
the
have
last
severe
5 months,
anxiety?
her income has
And
gone down by about,
basically,
I'm gonna get, her views have gone
it's
down
very busy around
35%.
these parts, and like, I don't know if like the Magic Mall is open right now, honestly. I'm not sure. But I guess we'll see.
Sorry, the light's kind of bright. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I don't like when people beep at me, but yeah, Magic Mall. It's like Aladdin's Castle or something. Just go in and see.
She's
Okay, we're gonna
literally
go.
just killing time.
I don't know if there's music, but if there is, I'll just have to mute you guys.
Yeah, because she cannot get a copyright claim. She needs every last dime. Somebody told me too that her videos, like she puts the maximum
Hey,
amount of
Dragonfly.
commercials, like every 2 or 3 minutes,
Hi,
apparently on
Yay,
her
nice to
videos.
see you.
I've noticed, like, because you have to be, apparently you have to be over 8 minutes to get any kind of commercials, and her vlogs are always, 8, 9 minutes, but, because I don't watch her directly, but I've heard that for her lives that she puts a lot of ads in those too. Let me know if that's the truth, but she's pretty desperate for money. Ooh, you planted beets right on, Megan.
Another scarf?
Ooh, carrots.
I know. I really didn't feel like getting made up right now.
Oh, okay. Blue daisy. Blue daisy.
I blocked Kenny, do I?
She stacks them with ads, said Megan. Yeah, that's what I heard. I read that on the farms, that she puts the maximum amount of ads.
When I'm on camera, okay. So, like, you don't see my life like 23 hours out of the day. Get a life, please.
Well, when she's not sleeping, she's live streaming or she's texting. I mean, we can pretty much guess what your life is, Foodles.
Attention, don't you exactly? When I was a kid, I would spend all my eat allowance on candy and toys.
That would be equivalent of me telling the Grebettes, you don't know what my life is and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't put on camera. But in general, I feel pretty confident that people that watch my videos every day have a pretty solid handle on what my day-to-day life looks like. It's pretty mundane. I don't do a lot, but so I couldn't come on here and say, you don't know what I do all day. That's a fucking lie. Yeah, you do. It's the same with Foodles. And we know what you do, Chantal. You don't bathe. Yeah. You don't clean the house. Yeah. You don't cook.
Mahalabia. My glasses are going to fog. It's hot out there.
No, it's because you're sweating, because she
Yeah,
overheats walking.
I don't want friends. Why is that so weird? Like, I have enough people in my life I give my energy to. You know, I have loving family members. I do have
That's
friends
a lie.
that I talk to.
You have no friends.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you all my life, like all my friends and everything.
You have a family that enables you to be the worst version of yourself.
I have my
and you have
I'm
some
married,
fake internet friends, which are strangers on the internet.
Window shopping?
Who pat your
Look at my
ass.
glasses. It's humid.
No. You get sweaty from walking, and that makes your glasses sweat or fog up. She's a walking furnace. Oh, thank you, Megan.
Yeah, right? Like, he doesn't
Kitty NASCAR, yeah. Like, it would be like me.
I don't know what people expect me to say. Oh, I'm alone.
It'd be like me saying, like, you don't know what my cats do. I think everybody knows that Kitty NASCAR, abusing my plants, and ignoring me. That's what my cats do.
Because nobody wants to be around me, like, in a life.
Yeah, nobody wants to be around you, Chantal.
Would you rather be around me or Kenny? Let's be real.
Thanks, Granny.
No negative. Oh, it smells good. I want something.
Ooh, that sounds good,
Blue
Daisy.
On this mountain thing.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, husbands are pretty good at eating too much.
It's mostly for kids, I think.
Have you ever been around somebody that sweats a lot and how you just get that wet, sweaty smell and it stinks? I just know Chantal is probably doesn't smell that well after a few hours of having to move because she gets so wet so quick. The sweating, I can't imagine she.
You want a soft pretzel?
But I have a feeling she probably uses a lot of like deodorant and perfume and stuff, and everybody's known that person that just they smell overwhelmingly like perfume, but underneath it is that stale sweat smell. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it starts to smell like onions or skin or just fungus. It's not good.
Woo.
Yeah, Canada's a lot kinder, Jocelyn's mom, compared to the U.S. And the Canadian CRA is way nicer than the IRS. But I will tell you, if the CRA finally does come after her, they don't fuck around. They would freeze her accounts. And so we would hear about it. If the CRA actually caught up with Chantal, we would hear about it. Because she'd be screwed. She would have no income. Till she dealt with them.
Hold on.
sounds good, Blue Daisy. Ripe malt vinegar. Yeah, alcohol, onions. You know, you smelled that yeasty smell. You know, like the dead skin. Just ugh. Especially down underneath that apron. You know, because it's so big. And we've seen when she sits. She sits like this.
The mall's
She
closed, you
can't
guys.
put her arms
The
down.
security guard
So,
just said.
man. Oof.
But yeah, this is the mall. It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, because there was like a security checkpoint, so. I smell food.
Of course you smell food. It's like a bloodhound for food.
No, there was a security guy inside the mall. The chair guy didn't even bother me.
Real quick, I'm gonna go put up my
Let's climb this.
African loofahs, or you know, my
Imagine.
Mexican scrubs, as
I think they close at 11.
My friends
smells
used to
like?
call them.
Potato wedges. Damn. Okay, we'll come back when it's open.
And like I said, it's not me being terrible. My roommate, who was from Africa, called
For
it
sure.
African loofahs. They work great. Scrubbing.
Hold on. Ugh. All right. Let's go sniff it out. I'm gonna stick my head out the window and be
How
like,
come she's back in the
"Follow your
car?
nose."
What did I miss? I thought she's all sweaty. Like, I don't think you can tell, but I mean, she is incredibly sweaty. Like, why? I thought she was gonna go get something to eat or go. What happened?
Did he message me?
Oh, did he message me? She's waiting to go
Okay.
home.
I have a bunch of cameos to do. Woohoo!
She has a
They're on
bunch.
sale this week.
Yeah.
You can join in on campaigns where, like, for discounts.
Wet
if
laundry,
you're a fan.
exactly. After a few days, or you know,
So, if you're a fan,
when you put laundry in the washing machine, and then let's say you throw it in the dryer, but you don't dry it all the way, so it's damp and it sits in there with the door closed, and it gets that wet dog smell. Ugh. That's the smell.
so
She's winded from getting in the car, and look how sweaty she is from basic human movement.
let me clean my windshield.
And see how she's sitting there, and she makes excuses but because she's sitting there trying to catch her breath.
Touching grass.
She has
Touching
sweat
grass.
on her eyes, her cheeks, under her nose. She is exhausted
Yeah.
from just basic
Which
movement.
means I get alone time. You
We've
guys.
seen her get
You
winded
guys are my-
putting socks
My
on.
socialization, honestly. I like it that way.
No, you don't.
Anti-fog spray. That exists? Hold on. Gonna clean my lens.
Yeah, look how sweaty
Nice,
she
Krista.
is. Like, wow, she really got
Tracy.
sweaty.
We are your friends, yes.
No, these people are not your
Oh,
friends. People are not your friends, Chantal. They're your enablers that are probably as
I have
bad
a couple
off as
friends I
you.
gossip with, like people I know from a long time.
Look how winded, and her nose is
And,
running, and she's very sweaty.
That's
Yeah,
all I need.
yeah. Let's
You don't
watch
have to
that
worry about
again.
what saying you're welcome about them.
She walked like what, 25 feet, and got back in the car. Let's watch that again. And that's why she's moving her. She's a hot, sweaty mess.
That's all I need. You don't have to worry about overwhite saying you're welcome, about them doing that. You just
Yeah.
talk and that's it. No, he's not at home.
Ooh, send me a scarf, Megan. My address is on the about page.
Why are
My
people
P.O.
so, like,
box. I'll wear it.
Obsessed with that? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, trying to breathe through the tunnel vision.
With,
Hey,
like, the relationship
good night,
in my life.
Jocelyn's mom. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. So yeah, go get some sleep. When I have another bad baking, I will wear
Sniffing for anything that can use
the apron you sent.
It's weird. Not being married, not living together, blah, blah, boring, blah. Yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Entertaining, yeah.
She is just out of breath.
They don't see you as private. They believe you owe them anything they want. I'm like, kind of a rude awakening.
Yeah, look at that. She's trying to readjust her folds and stuff because she's
We're
sweaty.
not trying to have a negative yet.
Very shiny.
Let's go grab a dessert.
And look at those, like, once
Why
again.
stop fogging? It must be really freaking, yeah, the mom's
Because you're hot. Yeah, look at this. She puts her glasses on, and because her face is so wide, they sit up like this.
See where the smell's coming from. I'm not joking. It smells so good. Like, she wouldn't even.
I think she turned the camera off of her is because her glasses fog up because she is so sweaty and hot. And I think why the camera's turned around, she's got a rag out her tissue, and I think she's wiping herself down. That's what I think. Oh, she's driving too.
I don't even know like how that would work.
Oh, did Sala message her, Ennis?
Shoot. All right.
Did she say Sala messaged her finally?
Okay. So I gotta turn this way and then this way to see where the smell is. Follow your nose.
Fake marriage, exactly, Lydia. Yeah, she's using her sleeve to wipe her face.
Start. It's getting closer.
She's still winded, you hear her? Now listen.
Where is it? It's disappearing fast. Can you feel my heartbeat?
I don't know if you can hear it, but she's going. Yeah.
Where's the potato wedges?
Yeah, listen. From that little bit of movement. Here?
Where's the potato wedges?
She gets winded from talking and speaking. You think about all that weight sitting on her chest too, and the way her gut. I think when she sits in the car, because you know where her fat distribution, it pushes up on her diaphragm. She can't breathe when she's sitting like that. Yeah, she's.
It smells like friggin' potato wedges. Okay, let's go out and go in somewhere. Yeah, I'm hungry. Can you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Oh no! Don't beep at me for not going fast enough, please. Please don't
Said
beep at
she's
me.
going
I don't like
for dessert.
Oh, I gotta butt out now. Yolla, 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 yolla. Future kid.
She's just killing time until Sala tells her she can come home. But yeah, so I do think part of the problem is so when she sits in the vehicle, she has to get close enough so her feet can touch the pedals because she's so short. But when she sits up like this, her gut, which usually needs to hang down between her legs because she has to have her legs together, her gut and everything is sitting up kind of on her lap. And that's pushing up on her diaphragm. So she's driving with her tippy toes, but she needs to be close enough she can touch the pedals. I think she has, she keeps the chair leaned back though, because we saw her when she did that picture when she was sitting in, like, look, I can put my legs together. And Sala's gaming chair is, her butt was clear on the edge and she was leaning back like this. That's why her head was so small. So she's at this, gangsta lean, but her gut is up on her lap. It's pushing up on her diaphragm while she's trying to drive. And so her legs are having to lift up all that weight while her diaphragm's not allowed to, completely expand to take a breath. And while she's trying to turn the steering wheel, which is rubbing on her stomach, which makes it harder, she is winded just trying to talk because she's got like 200-300 pounds pushing down on her lungs, pushing up into her diaphragm. Yeah, it's oof. How many times do I have to say this?
I have no idea where that smell
Hey,
is coming
nothing
from.
but trouble. Did
Darn
I
it,
say
there's
hi
all
to you
kinds of
already?
restaurants.
She should not be driving. Agree. I think if
Well,
she
for-
lost weight, she would have to face the reality of
Look at the
possibly
traffic, oh my
having
gosh.
congestive
better
heart
start heading
failure.
back.
I agree, Colleen, with the K. Everybody says
Oh my
that
God.
the
This is why you
beatus
don't
is
come
going
out
to take
on
her
Eve,
out. I
okay, at
think one of
nighttime.
her other medical issues are going to get to her before the beatus. That's just my take. Her
I
heart.
saw that, a glimpse of that. Every time we kiss,
You
I
know?
get this feeling. Every time we kiss, I can tell I'm alive. Future kid.
Exactly, Lydia.
Okay, no, I'm not looking at the chat now. Come on!
Exactly. The gang's
I'm
still
trying to get over the other lane. That's not going to happen, is it? They don't let you in. Turn right.
Sala
Okay,
confirmed she was
Sala
alone
House
for
Alone.
Eid. Oh, what happened? Was he in her
I could go
chat
for cookie Saint
talking?
Jacques. Have you ever had cookie Saint Jacques? It's basically
Yep, she's sitting all the way back
it's a
on
seafood
the
dish
edge
with
of the
mashed potatoes and
seat
cream
so her
sauce.
feet can reach the pedal.
Are you gonna
And try to
straighten
keep her
the
legs
piece?
apart as much as possible so her gut can hang down a bit so she can, get some breath.
Can you feel
And her
the
arms,
beat?
I pointed this out in my last live, her arms have gotten absolutely massive. Like she's really put on
Well,
weight.
sorry, this is not very interesting because it's kind of busy right now.
No, you're never interesting, Foodles. He did. So, can anybody tell me? She's going to die even if she
Beautiful
miraculously
Kuwait.
gets skinny. Yeah, I agree, Megan. Like, I think the damage is done. So, does anybody want to tell me?
Back-to-back traffic all the time?
Did he show up in her chat and she wasn't paying attention and he was writing one thing and it was contrary to what she was saying? Like, I know. Usually I am taking notes and I'm the one or I try to be, but I've got to admit, this last like 4 or 5 days, my purse in which I keep my fucks to give is empty. Ergo, I have no fucks to give when it comes to her. Like, I need to. So, yeah, somebody want, but. Megan says, yeah.
It's a very small country with a lot of people. That's why.
Probably, Megan. Yes. So, yep. Yes, he wrote it in chat and she told him to shush. What did he write in chat? Susan, he's going to spill tea in the stream and Flobby loses it. So tell me what did he write in the chat that she got unhappy about? Because yeah, at this point I promise next time I'll be taking notes. But I took a few days off.
I better stick to my freaking.
So let me know in chat.
What's my day job?
He said he spent tonight with friends and yesterday with family, and she was home by herself. Ah.
Because I'm nice.
Oh. So she wasn't paying attention to chat because she was driving and he was. Thank you. Thank you, Ennis. Thank you.
And a stalled vehicle.
Thank you, Blue Daisy.
There's no way I'm ever getting out.
Nice.
We're stuck, guys. Let's just tuck in for the night.
So did she get mad and just turn this?
Oh my
Is
God.
it this live stream?
This is bad.
It happened in? Thanks, Megan. Yeah, I've been keeping track of this. Like I said, season 8 Game of Thrones. Just sometimes you got to turn it off and walk away.
Okay, I see you, babe.
Oh, so
I saw it at the corner of my eyes.
This one. So
Yes.
He's talking to her in this, and she hasn't really read what he said.
As soon as I can turn around, I'm gonna go. I can't be mean when I'm driving.
He just said, don't tell people our business. Oh, did she just say that? Can I rewind it? I'm sorry, I'm talking over it. Okay, I'll shut up. Sorry, guys,
Alright, I'm gonna make a turn.
There, I'm gonna rewind it a bit.
As soon as I can turn around the corner of my eye.
And I'll shut up. I'm sorry, I'm talking over her, and I get mad when reactors do that.
Oh, there's a couple. Nice.
I'll
let a lot of people go.
Sorry, guys.
Nice. Okay. I'm nice.
Okay. Let me know if this is far enough back.
Oh, there's a coffee cop and a stalled vehicle. There's no way I'm ever getting out. We're stuck, guys. Let's just tuck in for the night.
Okay, right there, tuck in. That's a Britishism. She's picking up this
Oh my
fake
gosh.
British affect, you know, trying to pretend she's from anywhere other than Cornwall, Canada. God, she's pathetic.
Oh,
Poser.
I saw
She's a
some-
poser.
uh-oh. In the corner of my eyes. Babe. Oh, okay, I see you, babe.
I see
saw it in
you.
the corner of my eyes.
Okay.
What? Yes? As soon as I can turn around, I'm gonna go. I can't be mean when I'm driving. I know I have to be more pushy. This is like why I like solo driving. Because there would be no way this would be flying.
Oh, it happens when she parks. Okay. So it
Alright,
hasn't
I'm gonna make a
happened
turn
yet.
at some kind of lights or something. Because, oh, but straight up ahead looks less busy. It's because there's a ton of restaurants here. Uh-oh.
My God, she's a low watt light bulb with just zero personality. I need to get a headlamp. Like a little headlamp that has different light levels so I can just have a
Alright,
low
I'm gonna just,
incandescent
up ahead
light.
it looks less busy. It's when there's restaurants.
Bleep
People
poser.
just beep every time the light turns green. Babe, you do this.
Babe.
You're a beeper.
Babe.
Alright. Yay! The traffic is less busy here.
She's gasping from talking.
Woohoo! Would you look at that? I did it! Okay, I'm turning around now. Guess you want me to come get you, Sam? There's Hardee's. I don't really want to have Hardee's, actually. You know what I want to have?
She can't
Indomie
afford
and
it.
Brussels sprouts.
Blue and reds. Her stream is going to be really pixelated when the drama happens. Ah, she probably uses that as an excuse. Beep, beep. Yikes. Nothing's worse than fat, entitled assholes from North America. God, it's people like Chantal that gives North America a bad name. It's just like
yeah.
everybody's
Bees.
been around somebody like her. It's gross.
Okay, I think I'm gonna pull over.
Okay. Hopefully it
This
gets
way?
good soon.
I think I can.
Right now, I'm just using my blue. Just a basic blue. Snivel and Weasel and I, we found these at a garage sale years ago. They're expensive now. Everything's expensive, but this was like a dime at a garage sale.
I'm gonna pull over when I can, guys.
It was before eBay, you know, before everybody knew what things cost. So I use it because of the color of the jeans. Okay, she says she's going to pull over, so it must be getting soon.
Okay.
You hear her grunt? Listen. Listen to her grunt when she has to turn. Listen. You hear that?
Okay.
The exertion. It's like, ugh.
Shot.
Oh, no, Streaking Beaver is my other friend. So there's Snivel and Weasel. And my other friend, her nickname is Streaking Beaver. You can guess how she got that name. And then my nickname, believe it or not, is Flying Wombat. So we got Streaking Beaver, Snivel and Weasel, and Flying Wombat. And Snivel and Weasel and Flying Wombat have met a couple times. They've met a few times through
what are
me.
people harassing Salago? He prepped you, Gypsy.
Yep, it's her gut on the steering wheel, Ennis. It's like she's winded from.
Because culturally, I don't hang out with that friend. We don't hang out. Women hang out with me.
Culturally, she has no business
Hey, SE7EN.
talking about the Kuwaiti culture. She's not part of it. Oh, this must be when it gets good.
Why doesn't she let Chantal go with you?
Okay, I'm gonna rewind it and shut up because this is when it sounds like. Oh.
It's a very personal question.
Okay. Oh, you're right. It is potato quality, isn't it? Wow. Okay.
Why didn't you take Chantal with you? Because culturally, I don't hang out with that friend. We don't hang out. Women hang out with me. Hey, SE7EN.
Wow, that's bad quality.
It's a very personal question. Why doesn't Chantal go with you to see family? How do you know I don't go see his family with him?
Ah.
Why do people ask that? It's so weird.
So she's
like, they only ask me these questions. Like,
I know.
hey, SE7EN.
With the K, you know.
Like, why are you entitled to that information?
She's from North America.
It's very pixelated. So invasive.
Thanks, Lydia. So she's getting mad right now because people are talking about the fact that Salad said she was alone, and now she's mad, calling them invasive.
I don't talk, like, that's why I don't talk about that stuff. It's not your business. If you watch a YouTuber and you don't see them with family, do you just assume they don't see their family or what?
So this right here, her trying to talk like, you don't know what I do. I have a rich social life. Well, you know, we're always going doing stuff. But then she turns around and just like I said, make it make sense, man. You don't get to talk about the fact that you shit yourself
exactly. It's so weird.
in a vlog, like, but then turn around and say questions about your eating arrangements with your family is too personal.
Even after, you know, their parents died, or on any occasion, they just, like Valentine's Day, they just come on and hate on me. Do you ask them why they're not with their family? Like,
okay, Ennis, so
yeah.
He ratted her out that she was lying because she said he was in the bedroom, and he's like, nah.
So I said he was with his family yesterday.
Oh, see?
Someone asked why you didn't go. Did I say, like, maybe they came over?
Maybe they came over.
Is it your business?
She doesn't realize that Salad told the truth, does she?
Okay, so. But whatever. We'll just ignore those questions, babe.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think Salad's on purpose letting the facts slip. Like, put a 1 in the chat if you think Salad is low-key letting some facts slip because he wants people to know he's not always with Chantal. Put a 2 in the chat if you just think he's a moron and didn't mean to tell the truth.
People never do. Exactly. Like, I'm not even hot. My glasses are fogging because it's so humid. I don't know.
It's not humid. You're fat and you're sweating.
But why is it pixelating? Yellow baby come. That's so weird. Okay, guys, I gotta end the stream.
1 him too. He is stupid.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
He's
okay. I gotta go anyways. Go pick him up. So I'll go pick him up and I'll maybe see you guys tomorrow at, like, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know at the same time or in the morning or what, but.
I'll go pick him up. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. So what's the dealio? She's going to pick him up. Nobody knows where he's at. So, you know, is he at a friend's house or something and they have a strict no filming, no vlogging, nothing? Or does she not want people to realize that she's just driving home now because he texted her and said she could go home? So 1, if you think, oh, she's trying to pretend she doesn't want people to know where she's driving to pick up Salad, put a 2. If, you think, well, the bottom line is she doesn't want people to realize that she's just driving home.
Thanks for driving in this hectic. This is why I go out when it's busy like this.
1 and 2. He's a moron who's embarrassed, right? Anna says 2.
Well, not everyone does, Natasha. Not everyone shows their family. Okay, like just because Alexander.
Yeah, exactly, Ruthie.
Yeah, not everybody wants to be on camera. And not with the audience I have. The haters I have. No thanks.
2.
Bye,
yeah.
guys. See you.
I think she's getting ready to drive home, and she doesn't want people to realize that, oh, he texted you and said, okay, you can come home now. So that's what I think's going on there. So, all right. Well, I've now caught up on the videos with Chantal. I appreciate everybody watching it with me. I'm sorry I talked over the majority of it. I was to the point where I'm like, man, I gotta watch these 2 videos, and I didn't have it to watch alone. Even though it's my season 8 Game of Thrones, I just, I wanted to sit here and bullshit with other people. So, all right. Yeah, so everybody, it's past midnight here, so it's very late on the East Coast of North America, and my God, it's morning over in Europe. So, thank you everybody for showing up. I really appreciate it. Good night, Sarah Marie. I'm sorry if I didn't say hello first. Crazy Cat Lady, thank you for being here. Ruthie, thank you. Megan, Nothing But Trouble. Lydia, Blue Daisy. Ennis, Calling with the K, thank you for the kitty money. Granny Noodles, Susanna the Swedish Yarn Hooker, thank you. Monty, thank you for being here. Frosty, thank you. Granny Noodles, I don't care. I start forgetting who I said. Shannon, thank you for being here. Did I miss anybody? Crazy Cat Lady, I said goodbye to. And anybody on the replay, yeah, thanks for sitting through this. Sorry I talked over the top of it, but I think I said goodbye to everybody that's here. Megan, Chris, Cat, and Daisy. So, okay, guys, I'm going to clean up my mess, and yeah, I will do what I said though. Is I will start keeping better notes. I will go back to doing better notes. And also, I'll see if I can't find that screenshot of the top of Chantal's feet, which proves she doesn't clean her feet and she's covered with dead skin. And so, yeah. So, all right, everybody. Good night, everyone. Thanks for being here. Sweet dreams. Spokojnej noche.